get started.
Woo! Oh, man.
All right. So
Nice.
last time on What Happens in Wildemount, you made your way to Nogvarat, where some of you were not exactly comfortable with staying, but you got convinced to stay anyway on the grounds that, well, you know, there's lots of travelers in Nugvarat. You'll be fine as long as you don't do something really, really, really stupid. You did manage to find a bar or a tavern inn that was just the right sort of shady. After finding a place that might have been a gay bar, you're not entirely sure.
Forgot about that.
Called the Sword and Sword.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Oh,
right.
I wasn't even there to ask questions.
Everyone decided Guild would go to a gay bar, and I can't argue with that.
He is in a crop top.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, not to stereotype, but a gold boy walking into a gay bar in a crop top.
He's a gold boy in a crop top.
Old boy in a crop top.
Hey, Wobbly Lobster.
Not
Good
to
to see you.
stereotype, but Kristen, you did it to yourself. There.
Doing okay.
You literally
are ya?
made him gold too.
Like, he doesn't even have to be gay. He would just not be out of place in a gay bar.
He is aggressively pansexual, so it works.
Aggressively.
Aggressively.
So you while having dinner at the Leaky Tankard, you heard about a few things in the area. First, in the mountains of north, there's some sort of to the north, there's some sort of dragon that breathes fire. Probably a red dragon, but not entirely sure. The person who was telling you has never seen the dragon, so they just know there was fire involved and dragons. You also heard about some problems that the mine nearby was having, where miners were vanishing without a trace.
No, yeah.
The next morning, while I believe Fleur went to find food, Westcott and Esri and some others, I think Cyrillus went with Westcott, went to try to find more information about what's going on in the mine, because some of the party members were maybe inclined to find out, and others were like, no, why would we do that? What is wrong with you people?
Specifically Gil.
Though Westcott, in trying to avoid anyone who looked official, had a hard time getting any information in a town that is mostly made up of soldiers. Esri managed to ask the right questions and found herself at another tavern, a little off the beaten path, in which some miners were having breakfast. There, she learned more about what was plaguing the mine, or at least the newest portion of the mine, and determined that this was probably a Behir. She took that information back, and again, with over the objections of Guild, the party decided that they would at least check it out. The miners gave them some gold to start, and then said they would ask around for some other miners to see if they could get you more gold. And so you have been paid at least a deposit for your efforts. What do you want to do?
We leave off after Guild morning drinking.
I believe Guild was morning drinking.
Yes, I remember morning drinking.
Morning beer and bacon.
Yeah.
Because
Like you do.
Guild is not pleased about the idea of going after a Behir.
No.
For no reason.
It's not for no reason.
We're helping.
They've agreed to pay us, and
And paid.
people are in need. There's absolutely a reason. It's called saving lives.
Thank you.
This is why I got beer.
9 o'clock.
You
in the
always have
morning or whatever
something.
time it is.
I don't think time's ever relevant to guild.
Mm-mm. Time is a construct.
What he said.
As long as we're careful and don't use any lightning magic, we should be fine.
I forget.
Do
Does
any of us
Fleur
even
know
use
what a
lightning
terrest
magic?
is?
Hi! It's all I have!
Oh, right. I forgot.
That's all I can do.
And you can stab things.
Yeah.
I can stab things, but I don't stab things as effectively.
Yeah.
That sounds like a you problem. I don't have this problem
I
anymore.
don't want to do this, so it's a me problem made by everyone else.
Remind me, why is lightning magic bad? I don't know
But here,
that I've ever
from
encountered
what
one
I
of these things.
from what I recall, are immune to lightning.
Oh, well, that would, make it not worth your time to do that then, huh?
Yeah. Ezra, roll me a nature check to see what precisely you remember about Behir. And actually, anyone else can
I
roll
thought that
me a
was
nature
part
check.
of what I rolled last time for my.
Right, well, you figured out it was
Probably.
Behir
I
based
feel
on
like
the
between
description.
Ezra and Gil, we had enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I
It was
had
just as you-
advantage on that.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fair. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would know that, yeah, they
17.
are immune to lightning damage. So, not useful. I couldn't remember how much we'd gotten into what.
I really can't remember either, so yeah, that's why I was
I
like,
do know that I rolled to see how much I knew about it. I rolled really high, but I don't.
Yeah, I do remember Gil just being like, bad, those are bad. Like,
That's
Gil
par for the
definitely
course no matter what he
seems to
rolls,
know.
though.
Well, yeah.
Not necessarily.
Gil seemed to be at least familiar with what
Yes,
that creature
yes.
was. So.
Favorite enemy monstrosities. Sometimes he actually knows what he's talking about.
Do you just continue day drinking until?
Yes, I will continue to day drink until someone decides to direct us somewhere else. I'm not drinking that heavy.
Well, direct towards the mines, most probably, unless anyone needs anything, before Guild gets so drunk that he's useless.
I'm not drunk. I would like to be, but I'm not.
Want another beer?
Yes.
Does anyone else need any
You
time
have to ask.
prepare?
The server who asked if you wanted another beer does indeed bring you another beer.
Actually, I will make my scroll for the day. And I won't use whole person because that's dumb against a Behir. So how about...
It's not the most useful against a monstrosity.
I'm gonna do a...
I also have hold person prepared, but I can't change that because I'm pretty sure I prepared that on this most recent rest. So,
Does anybody remember why I have in my notes Sterling the Imaginary Starling?
Oh,
the
Imaginary Canary.
Imaginary Canary.
oh right.
The inn, yes.
Why is this in my notes?
I have
It's
some.
like it's in my character sheet notes, not even like it's in my character sheet notes.
I
for
just-
some reason.
My personal favorite note is this giant break that just says "fuck mind flayers."
I like that it's in your character sheet because now it is a part of Sterling.
Yeah, it's just who he is.
He is the imaginary Starling.
I'm gonna make myself an extra scroll of Mind Spike.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good spell.
Well, unless you guys want to keep role-playing guild
Day
Drinking all day? No, I
drinking
think we're
while
good.
everyone tries to tell him why you want to go after a behir.
I think that at this point he's just accepted that we're doing this, even though it's a colossally stupid idea, and we could just go to Rexentrum.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think Westcott's kind of embracing this because it's keeping them from going to Rex and Trump. He's like, I don't have a say in this, but also, hey, it delays Rex.
That's fine.
Not getting to Rexentrum.
Not getting to Rex and Trump is not entirely a bad thing for me.
So once you are finished with whatever it is that you want to do at the inn, you can set out for the mine. It's not a super far walk away. I mean, this is a mine that folks commute to from Nogvarat, so it doesn't make sense for it to be a long, long way. But it's, a good hour-ish walk, I'd say, to get to the entrance. The miners would have told you, I mean, it's not like a secret entrance or anything like that. You don't have to speak Friend to enter. But
I thought you were going to say speak French.
you also have to speak French because that would be weird.
Anybody know French?
Check the character sheet. Darn.
Fuck.
Everyone looks at Westcott.
That's probably as close as we're going to get.
Westcott can
speak Marquesian.
pretend to.
I can speak Marquesian.
I feel like Fleur would know French if anybody.
I mean, Westcott could pretend to speak French.
Yeah, he could absolutely pretend.
Westcott could invent French. It would be a thing.
Oh my god.
So
along with his waffle maker.
Along with his waffle
French
maker.
waffle maker.
Belgian and French.
Not Belgian waffles. French waffles.
So
Don't die.
it's a fairly well trodden road. And interestingly, pretty quiet right now. You'd suspect that a busy mine would have more traffic back and forth, but then you remember that some of the miners were saying they weren't going to go back to work until, there wasn't something killing them, because that's a smart choice in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, guess the lack of traffic probably makes a little bit of sense. But it's an easy walk up to the very, very southern tip of the mountains to the entrance of this mine. You head in, and yeah, it's anyone wants to roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do that.
Oh, okay.
That's
that
a
was
six.
My perception is real bad.
7.
No,
19.
I don't say anything.
21.
15.
All right,
That's so fun.
everyone who didn't roll under a 10, you guys are just really distracted. Guild is just still kind of upset about going after a behir,
Mildly drunk.
and also
it's fine.
probably regretting not bringing more beer with him.
I was actually gonna say
Yeah,
that he
let's
was gonna
go.
put the second mug into his water skin, and I just forgot to say it.
All right, so maybe he is instead sulking and drinking beer,
Yes.
and not really paying a whole lot of attention. Fleur, you're busy talking to Daisy, I think.
Yep.
Yep. And
Okay.
sort of giving Daisy behir fighting tips, whatever those are. You're not quite actually sure.
That or,
You've never
a,
really.
a behir fighing pep talk, I feel like.
Fair
Talking to
enough.
Daisy.
Fair enough.
You're a strong badger. You can do it.
But everyone else who didn't roll a 6 and a 7, Westcott rolled a 4. Westcott is just
Who knows
like
what's going on with Westcott?
I'm trying to figure
Westcott
out
doesn't
what
even know what's
Westcott's
going
up
on
to.
with
Doesn't even
Westcott.
know what's going on
That's
with
fair.
Westcott.
Building his waffle maker in the back.
Is hanging out in the back, trying to work out the kinks in the waffle maker. That's anytime Westcott is oblivious to things. Westcott is working on his waffle
Waffle
maker.
maker.
He's
Is
working
that
on his
code?
waffle maker.
But everyone else, it's kind of almost eerily quiet. Like, okay, yeah, the miners didn't want to be here, but presumably some people didn't refuse, or maybe they all refused. I mean, if they all refused, you'd think the guards would care, because metal for weapons and armor and all that fun stuff. But maybe this is just a fairly new development in all of them refusing, because it is dead quiet in this mine. You walk through the entrance and you find yourself in a fairly large cavern. There are several paths forking off of this main cavern. The miners said that this was the one that caused the problem was a new tunnel, or a tunnel that they hadn't ventured down really before. But right now you're not quite sure which tunnel that is, or maybe it's probably deeper in. There's 3 sort of forking tunnels. One just sort of heads straight, another curves off to the right, and another curves off to the left into the mountain.
Anybody have any idea which way we should go?
Look at me.
Mines are not my strong suit.
Put me in a city.
I'm not used to being underground.
Sir, let's see. Any inferences we can make about what we know about Bahir as to, like, if they prefer...
If they prefer...
like, I'm trying to figure out... So, wait, we have 2... These 2 paths are, like, towards the mountains and...
Well, so you're at the base of a mountain in a large cavern.
I'm gonna...
2 paths sort of curve out to the sides, and 1 path sort of goes sort of straight ahead from the entrance. There are mine carts and like some tracks running down the center and the right path. The left path does not appear to have any tracks.
So probably one of those with the carts.
I'd say it's probably one of the
because that would go
ones
deeper.
that has... We know it's been attacking miners, so following the tracks is not a terrible idea.
I'm gonna
it is a
wild
terrible
shape
idea, but
Okay.
into a leopard.
Okay.
And since it has advantage on smell perception checks, and I want to try smelling and see if there's like the kind of like, since Ezra is talking about lightning, if there's any kind of smell of like from a lightning strike or something.
Ozone.
To that effect. Yeah, the ozone kind of smell.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Double check here. Okay. 26.
So you don't smell anything clearly ozone-y here. This is still the entrance to the mine. And it's probably reasonable to assume that where you're going is a bit deeper in, and maybe checking, sniffing around occasionally as you get deeper in could be a good tool. But out here, there's nothing really of that meets that description.
Do you know how recently any of these, like the attacks or whatever it is?
Yeah. So it was a couple days ago that the group, which was the first and only so far that at least you're aware of. Group was attacked, and some of them got away, which is how they had some information about what it looked like and what was happening.
I don't know if like the scent of like blood or anything would linger for that long. I could smell which way somebody like potentially injured was coming from on their way out.
Yeah, you do smell some blood, but it's not really. You sniff around. There's a little bit more towards the center, but there is some.
I don't know why that's not working. That's weird.
Towards the path to the
Have that
right as
turned on.
well. So the two paths. It's possible that injuries are not super uncommon in mines, but there is a heavier scent towards the center.
I like sniff around for a little bit and then just kind of like look back at the group sit and just kind of.
I honestly don't know what to think about that.
That is quite fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem.
Anyone who wants me could roll an intelligence check as well, just straight intelligence.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Yes,
that's actually really good.
Okay.
That's
21.
Great. 10.
Nice.
I mean, I'll roll it, but I ain't gonna do it.
17.
Look at that, Fleur.
Hey.
Esri,
Also 17.
are you muted, Aaron?
Oh. Also 17.
17. Okay. So yeah, Guild, Fleur, and Esri. You do realize that so two of these are pretty clearly at least leading deeper into mines, right? The third path could well be leading to sort of the more administrative spaces, offices, things like that, which it's possible if you don't want to just head down a path and see if it's the right one. It's possible there may be some sort of records or something like that. You suspect that the location that miners went missing might be something that they would want to keep tabs on. But both, you could also just go through and figure out where you want to go, but that is an option to look in like offices and.
I mean, we could just look for a map.
That's actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
Start heading towards the administrative section.
Yep. I agree. That sounds like, at the very least,
I'm gonna
what
go
is back there
ahead.
if not tracks? So
I don't know if we want to wait a little bit, but I was gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wait until
How
we
long
are.
did
this thing
It
is.
lasts
how
an
long does it
hour.
last for?
It lasts for an hour.
An hour.
If we're gonna look at the maps first, maybe
We'll
after we look at the
map and
maps.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
once
if
we
hear
actually
something
start
big and scary, then
heading
cast it.
deeper in earnest.
Yeah. Just so the odds of us getting jumped by a Bahir are slightly.
I don't want to get jumped by a Bahir.
lower.
I'm glad someone is thinking about that.
Well
roll
then,
us
shall
on.
we at least look for maps? See if we can figure out where these passages lead, perhaps, or I don't know, something.
Esri's already like going towards administrative.
Esri
Yep.
said she was already heading that way.
Yeah, if Esri's heading that way, Fleur is
Paperwork,
following
go.
behind.
Esri is on a paperwork quest.
Follow Esri.
Yeah.
Fleur knows nothing about how mines work, so paperwork sounds great because.
So, all right. So yeah, you head down the left path, and there are a few different spaces. One looks like it may well be like a dining hall type space. There are tables and benches, maybe for miners that, especially for lunch, you suspect, but maybe even if people had to stay overnight, which is a suspicion that's confirmed slightly further down when you see what looks to be bunks. You know that the town is pretty close, so this probably isn't used for like the entire working population of the mine every night, but there are probably situations in which it makes sense to stay. Maybe someone's injured, maybe it's just really late, you never know. But Down at the end, there is a door. It is a big wooden door. It's actually the only true door you've seen so far in this mine.
Is it locked?
I say, yeah. Is it?
Is it locked?
Check if it's
Important
locked.
question.
Investigation
correct?
check.
25.
I was about to say no too, but never mind.
It is locked.
Westcott.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
You're gonna let it
supposedly he
fall.
knows how to pick
I-
locks.
Also, because you
I
rolled a
don't know how to pick
25 on your
lock.
investigation, it
There's
does
no
not appear to
supposedly
be
about it.
trapped. You weren't specifically looking for that, but you got
That's
a
a really
25.
high roll.
Well, Westcott does this. Do you guys want to take a rest for the next 5 hours?
That tracks.
Oh yeah, do you even still have your lockpicks?
Yes.
Yeah, we found him new ones.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Forgot about that.
I'm not an amateur.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm gonna use
Professional
guidance on
amateur.
myself.
He's going to use guidance.
I'm not an amateur. He's been casting guidance on himself.
I like to imagine he's sitting there, digging through
I'm
his
just
bag,
gonna lean
casting
against the
spells,
door and watch this
and-
because it's
and,
funny.
Fleur's little mechanical
Beside
spider
the
or
door.
whatever it is that likes to, terrorize Westcott by inching closer whenever he's not looking is just like,
Doing the cat.
and as soon as he turns around, it's like and then just just because it's funny.
Cyrillus may start to stalk the thing.
Cyrillus is in a big cat form. That's fair.
Yep.
So now it looks like there's a,
Pepper
You
and a
have the whole
bagger.
thing, and then
Stalking
just
Westcott,
another
except
5,
it's
10
actually
feet
stalking
back,
the
you just
little
have Cyrillus.
Butt up in the air doing a little bit of a wiggle.
Fleur is trying her hardest not to burst out laughing.
What is your lock picking check, Westcott?
That would be sleight of hand. Oh, right. I forgot. I'm good at.
Oh my god.
It's not
Oh,
technically.
It's
just
dex
It's
Well,
plus
dex, it's
plus
not sleight of hand. It's
proficiency,
dex plus
so it's the
proficiency,
same
which is
Yeah.
the same thing
modifier.
because
Yeah.
he's proficient in sleight of hand. So
Yeah. So yeah, you can use sleight of hand as a reasonable analog for ease of it. But
that is a 17.
all right. Despite the distractions of you being stalked by a mechanical spider that is being stalked by Cyrillus as a leopard.
Also, Guild 2 feet away, just judging the entire time.
And drinking beer out of a water spoon.
Yes.
And Guild's eyes of judgment.
Hey Jack, how you doing?
That should be that's your
Guild's
new
eyes of
bloodhunter
judgment.
thing.
New spell.
That is a new card. That needs to be a card.
Eyes of judgment.
I am writing that in there now.
You
Good.
manage to, without too much trouble, this is a fairly simple lock. You manage to click it open fairly quickly and get a little bit of your dignity back.
Ta-da.
Before Cyrillus pounces.
It's like that. Leopard.
Mechanical spider goes.
Spider on top.
That.
Um,
I don't like her turning into giant animals. I knew something like that was going to happen.
Don't.
What's the big deal?
I appreciate the enthusiasm, Cyrillus. Please get off me. You're very heavy in this form.
But she's very
Meanwhile, the
soft.
spider just crawls out
Sits
from
up
underneath
and-
Westcott and is like, "Doot, doot, doot."
It's when a
fine,
cat
everything's
sits up
fine.
on you and it gets even heavier.
Just adds weight all of a sudden. But the door is unlocked.
I'm gonna step around that mess and go inside.
Help
Yep.
me.
Fleur is also gonna go inside.
Help
I mean,
out
if
the
once
lab.
the door's open, Cyrillus is like, oh, that's more
If-
interesting.
If Cyrillus moves, I will help Westcott up.
Just gonna walk in.
All right. Yeah, this is very clearly an administrative office. There's a large desk off to the one side. papers strewn across it. There's a couple smaller desks pushed off to the other, a little more empty. But a few things there. And then there's boxes of files and folders and a few large bins of what looks to be ore.
I will let Esri do the paperwork and look for anything interesting.
Okay, where are you looking?
Just kind of casing the room.
Okay.
Cyrilus is poking her nose in the crates.
Okay.
Looking for anything that looks like a
Sterling's
map
just gonna follow
or...
Cyrillus around.
Yeah, Fleur will aid Esri in looking through papers and things.
Okay, so Esri, roll me an investigation with advantage. Guild, you can also roll me investigation. Cyrillus, you're just like nosing around in ore.
Yeah.
Okay. it smells like ore. Like it smells like dirt and rock.
21.
21
and 15 for me.
15. Okay. Esri, you start with the big desk because that's the most obvious place to start. And at first it's, well, maybe interesting to you, but not really what you're looking for. A lot of manifests, a lot of information about how much has been pulled out of various portions of the mine, where it's being sent, things like that. You do notice that there is some older documents. The older documents mention about 3 shafts lettered A, B, and C. The newer document, there are some newer documents though, and those add another shaft, D. You suspect that that is the shaft that is the tunnel that they just started, where the problem began. The new shaft isn't showing a whole lot of production yet. There's a little bit there, but not much. You move on from that desk, and with Fleur has started looking at one of the desks off to the other side while you're going through those papers, and she waves you over.
Esri, is this important?
What?
And she's found some records, some medical records. As you look through, most seem routine. People fell. Ooh, that minecart rolled over somebody. That's not great. That probably wasn't a lot of fun. But the kind of accidents you'd expect in a working mine, right? These are par for the course. Doesn't mean they're pleasant. Just
Workers'
means
comp documentation.
you're not gonna be surprised that they happen. Basically workers' comp documentation. So, okay, some injuries, that's normal. Underneath them, however, as you get to the bottom of that stack, you find some notations about, looks like 4 miners who didn't come back from Shaft D. And just didn't come back. It's not like a medical, not like they came back severely injured. They just never came back. And you move to the second small desk, the last desk of the room. And there's some things folded up on it, and you start to unfold them and realize, here's the maps.
Aha.
Maps.
And there are a few different maps. The first is a large map of the mine, and you suspect this is probably the most useful, at least to start. So it looks like the right path leads to shafts A and C. And those have been, as you know from what you read before, have been producing for quite some time. The center shaft leads to, or the center tunnel leads to shaft B and shaft D. B, which sort of branches off towards the right as well, along with A and C that go. So you're going this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was this path here. There's 2 branches off of that take you to those shafts. Instead, you're going this way. There's one branch that goes in the same general direction of those 2 shafts. That is shaft B. There is another shaft that headed straight back to start. That is this new shaft D.
So that new one is where they said they were attacked, right?
That's right. So I suppose that would be the first place to look.
Yes.
Oh.
Should we go show this to the rest of them?
Oh, did I find anything interesting?
Yes. So guild, I mean, interesting is an interesting word. Miners are an odd bunch. You actually do, in one of the boxes of files, find what looks to be a number of like body songs, which is kind of interesting. You also find under a stack of boxes a locked chest.
Ooh. Want to check that out. Fuck it, I'll try it.
Hi, cat.
I can try it.
Yeah, you can try it.
Not my best skill, but I'll try it. And nope. It's only an 11. I rolled
turn to
really
watch
If you're
low.
still listening, I'm going to feed cat.
Yeah, so Guild, you try to unlock this chest and you almost have it. But then your pick gets a little stuck and you can't quite get past that last step.
I just stare at it for about 30 or 40 seconds, trying to decide if it's worth asking. Hey, Westcott!
Yes?
Come here!
Why?
Do you not trust me?
Should I?
Have I ever given you reason not to? Hey, you're the one who tried to kill me, remember? Not the other way around.
There was equal attempts at stabbing. I'll walk over.
I guess. I don't know what it is.
You already tried to unlock it, didn't you?
Absolutely not. This is your realm of expertise.
Okay.
My deception's not terrible.
Yeah, say I'll let you guys decide if you want to roll on that. But
So rolled a 4.
Yes!
Plus 7.
So the exact same.
So.
Well, wait. So Guild rolled a 4, got a 4 total.
No,
Oh.
Guild rolled a 19 plus 5.
Oh, I thought you said a 4.
Oh, I
No,
thought
that
for
was a
like
24.
Oh,
Whoa, I missed the 20 part.
Oh,
Okay.
all of us only heard the 4
Yeah.
part of
No,
that.
I rolled a
Mm.
19.
Okay. Yeah, that beats my
Yeah.
11.
Oh, he seems like he's being honest, Westcott.
But all right, I'll go ahead and try and. I mean, do I want to go ahead and guidance myself again? Because I still don't trust. It's a cantrip. Why not? Guidance. Oh, yeah. That's a 23.
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself.
Yeah, so you go in with your picks, and it's just like click, 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 boop, and it pops right open. And you open the chest, and inside are quite a few cut gems. You don't know whether they were brought to the mine for some reason, or they actually maybe this isn't really primarily a gem mine, but maybe they're from the mine and they just have a jeweler who likes to cut gems. You don't know. But
I think this is payment.
Yeah.
This looks like payment.
But you'd estimate that there's probably around 600 gold worth of total gems in there. The majority are not huge, so each individual gem isn't super big. But if you either want to sell them or use them as spell components for things that don't take single gems necessarily, there's a pretty good collection in there, and we can talk about what individual gems there are based on, like, if you actually want spell components. You can probably get about 100-ish of one type pretty easily.
I'd have to look at my spells.
But
would it be fair to say Fleur probably knows a jeweler in Rexentrum that would be?
Westcott probably knows a jeweler in Rexentrum. Let's be real.
I mean,
it's not a fence.
Yeah, I mean, I would suspect that, Fleur and Westcott both. Westcott's is probably a little more shady.
Like, Fleur's is like a high-end, reputable, fancy jeweler. Westcott's is a fence.
Yeah, but I'm just like, they would pay for these things, you know?
Westcott's is a dude with a pawn shop in a back alley.
Both know jewelers who would pay for this. The question is how above board those jewelers are.
I will just pocket half of them and leave Westcott to the rest. You know what? They are asking us to risk life and limb for their mine. That's payment.
I'll write down.
Oh yeah, if Gil pocketed half, that's 300 gold's worth of gems, and Westcott.
I'll hold on to the other half. I mean, I'll also see if I don't really have a lot of spells right now that involve.
No, and I mean, as I said, they can be spell components. They can be sold. Yeah. If you need them for spell components, we'll talk about it.
If like Ezra needs them for something, and if not, then I'll sell them.
It's just not like I'm not gonna say, oh, it's exactly 30 gold of this kind, and it's assorted gems. You can probably get up to 100 gold of a particular type if you needed it. And that guild is the most exciting thing you found. Though those body songs, they weren't the best songs. Like, these clearly were not written by like a skilled bard. You suspect they were probably written by miners. That said, they're pretty hilarious, honestly.
Most of them involve shaft puns, really.
Hard. Yeah, they
so
try
many
really
shaft
hard
puns
to rhyme and make lots of mining puns.
I will close the chest and just nudge it back where it was and leave it at that. I did nothing.
No, of course not.
You don't know.
Exactly.
So like at this point, Cyrillus is just in a corner of the room watching.
Everything.
Cyrillus is a large cat. Is just judging all of you.
Track.
I smell theft.
But you
I mean-
now know where what you assume is the right shaft is, and you have gotten
Yep.
a bunch of gems. So what do you want to do?
We found the map, and we know where to go now. At least to start.
Great.
Right.
The sooner we get this done, the better.
All right, onward
And I
then.
would say now that we know where we're going, Westcott, now would probably be
Yeah.
a good time for
Go
that
to
spell of yours.
do some sneak.
When Westcott casts Pass Without a Trace, I will go ahead and cast Longstrider on myself.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and use Pass Without a Trace. So everyone stick kind of close. We get a +10 bonus to Dexterity Stealth checks.
Okay.
The next hour.
All right. So you head down the center tunnel. And you go a little ways. And you see Ezra, you're probably like carrying the map around with you, I suspect.
Yep.
So you hit a point, and there's
Close to
what
base.
curves off to the right, that shaft B to shaft B. So, well, another path continues straight. And you go a little ways, and the tracks end. It looks like maybe they were still laying the tracks down. Really does. You get the sense that this really was like a newly opened shaft.
And they disturb something, of course.
And you find yourself, let me get you guys tokens on a map.
Sweet crackers
Sterling.
aligned.
Wait, I tried to Sterling, and Sterling did not come with me. There we go. Okay. Can people see?
No.
I
Nope.
see black.
God damn it.
Sweet crackers, I'm so blind.
I freaking hate. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I think I did do that. So let's reveal areas. Okay. Now can you see?
A little bit, yes.
Yes.
Yes. You shouldn't be able to see everything. You should just be
Yep.
able to see part of it.
Cool.
I'll let you rearrange yourself however you want. That's just how I pulled the tokens out.
Fine with
Blair's
this.
probably decently far towards the front because I don't know, badger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ezra has the map, so that sort of made sense. But
Yep.
Probably try to
Fleur
stick to the
seems to be-
center of the group just so everyone can make
Stay
sure
in
everyone's
range.
In my in range of Pass Without a Trace.
Cyrillus, if you're continuing to sniff around, roll me a perception check.
Yeah. Always. 22.
Yeah, so now you are smelling like the faintest whiff of ozone. It's a little hard to like follow and figure out, but you are smelling a little bit of something there. You also do
Which way?
smell. So if
Or
you
is
go
it
up,
just general?
if you go up towards here, bub. Assuming you go up towards here, it seems to be coming from ahead as opposed to the right, though you're not entirely sure. You also do smell a little more blood that way towards ahead. But it's a little bit faint. It's a little hard to tell. Still, it's more general than specific at this point.
I mean, she's not gonna go ahead of the group, but if everybody starts moving up, her attention is more directed forward rather than basically kind of maybe look down that pathway for a moment or two, but then just keep moving forward.
Ezri will step out, look between these two, look down at Cyrillus, and kind of, that way then? All right. We'll start heading that way.
All right. So you continue forwards. And it's pretty dark down here. So anyone who doesn't have dark vision is starting to have a very hard time seeing much of anything. There was some lights back a little further, but unless someone casts light.
I can cast light.
So yeah, unless someone casts light, you're gonna have a hard time.
Goggles now, because I remember us talking about how she looked even more steampunk now.
Yeah.
Possible.
Did you get goggles from?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was from Stallmouse.
Yes, Stallmouse had goggles.
Let me see if I actually wrote that in my thing, because I should do that. Because I don't think I.
Oh,
Hammer.
I have goggles.
Do those require attunement?
No.
Maybe we took the goggles.
You
have
I
goggles,
definitely have them
Ezri?
in my inventory.
I think.
Okay.
I thought
Pause.
I always had them though.
Well, Ezri had the glasses.
Yep.
They do not require attunement, so they could go to whoever wants them.
Mm-hmm.
Though Westcott did put up a light spell, so
Yeah.
people can generally see a little bit.
Do you have it in your inventory too? Did we buy 2 of them or something like that?
No,
I don't
you
have
found
it written
them.
in there. But
Right.
I remember us talking about flare
Right, we found them in
Yeah.
Stallmouse.
It may be that you talked about it, but never finalized it or something.
Or I was using it first for something.
Yeah, you might have been. It might have been that.
I
Anyway,
was thinking that we had a pair and then we found another pair.
unless
But
one of
I
you,
think we only have one.
yeah, unless one of you had
I-
a pair to start, which I don't think is the case.
That's fine. That Ezra, you can have them then. Does Badger have dark vision? That's the real question.
I mean, it'd also be maybe that Ezri doesn't want to need to keep them. It's just a matter of.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to
So
keep
for
them.
now, Daisy has dark vision, so as long as Flair's riding Daisy, she's at least not running into walls.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
then, like that, I have a light spell up.
She might struggle with stabbing things, but she can
Yeah.
at least
Mm-hmm.
not run into walls.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Westcott puts up light on something, whatever he puts it
Something.
up on, doesn't really matter.
I mean, something.
Dagger. So the tunnel opens up a little bit up ahead. It looks like, if anything, you'd suspect some of this is sort of maybe not natural, but not exactly like the miners have been chipping a tunnel out of things. There are a lot of tunnels, and those of you with some experience with like creatures and things like that, Cyrillus, of course, but I think Guild has pretty decent nature, and Ezri rolled pretty well in her last nature check. Anyone want to roll me a nature check? Go ahead.
What is this?
Bad at that. Let's do it.
These tunnels look like they're probably not entirely man-made or person-made or dwarf-made or whatever.
I mean, I can, but.
Guild,
I
what did you get?
have proficiency, but underground really isn't my
That's fair. Okay.
wheelhouse.
Esri was a 19. Guild, was that a 16 for this or something
Yes.
else? Okay. I have to sort of tilt to see the chat. So both of you are like, you look around, and yeah, this is not. The miners have clearly done some work, maybe like to expand spots and level out ground and things like that. But a lot of things in this tunnel don't look like they were made by people. And you're not sure exactly what made it. Bahirs don't, carve out stone. They usually find their lairs. So something else made these, at least the beginnings of these. And the Bahir has made its home here. That said, Esri in particular, you do realize that Bahirs are not really big on living with other creatures. They tend to just kill them if they can.
Solitary.
Yeah, they're very solitary. So with a few exceptions, occasionally, some creature will be like, won't really bother the Bahir, but mostly, if there's a Bahir living here, there's probably not much else.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about multiple creatures to deal with.
While we walk, I'm just gonna look for indication of where it might be, like scrapes on the walls or anything that it might have left. Just so, and just kind of keeping an eye out so we don't get ambushed.
Okay. So roll.
Like, Cyrillus is steadily getting more cautious the further we get.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check. Anyone, like Guild in particular, but also Cyrillus, for like keeping an eye out for anything out of an ordinary.
Okay, I have a small technical question. If it's perception, it's a straight roll, but if it's I don't know if it would count, but if it's survival to track, if it would count as that, then it would be with advantage.
So you don't currently. Well, are you looking for tracks, or are you keeping an eye out for anything concerning?
I'm looking for where it might be.
Okay. Then roll me survival.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
That jumped.
Okay.
Hold on, my mouse fell. Hold on.
Pause.
Okay.
Lost mouse.
It's fine.
Plus what? Oh, dirty 20.
All right. So Cyrillus, as you're moving cautiously and carefully, keeping a nose and an eye out, you don't spot anything immediately. Though as you look up and around, you notice that there are a few spots higher up on the walls that look like they might also be tunnels, not easily reached by you guys, but some higher up tunnels. Guild, you also notice these tunnels, and you know from what you know of Bahirs, because you did know a fair bit about Bahirs, that the Bahir is a bit of a stealth predator and can clamber up walls and things like that. So you wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if this thing is using those upper tunnels to get the drop on the unwary. You don't see any immediate like tracks or anything.
I'm gonna go up to kind of where Esri and Cyrillus are, put a hand on each of them and point up, just very quietly to whoever's close by. It's probably gonna try to drop down on us. Eye out.
And given that I know all of you are were intentionally moving stealthily with Pass Without a Trace up, I also would like everybody to roll me a stealth check.
Does anyone want to be extra stealthy?
I already am.
24.
Yeah, so yeah, does anyone want
not.
to
Or should I just roll for Daisy? I always forget. Because I'm riding Daisy.
Yeah. Roll me both for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
I'm not very stealth, but I don't know if I'm worse off than
Oof.
like
Okay,
Fleur.
You do have a plus 10 right now, so.
For once, Daisy didn't do so hot. Fleur did okay.
Oh,
You do have a plus
okay.
10 on everybody's.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Daisy is
That's 29 for her.
Daisy got 12, and that's including the plus 10.
Oof.
Ooh. Maybe I should-
Fleur got.
Does Daisy want blessing of the
29?
trickster?
Does Daisy what?
Does Daisy want blessing of the trickster?
Maybe.
You're just gonna bless the badger from now on.
Yeah.
Blessing
Daisy's
the
been
badge.
sniffing around and suddenly just runs into the wall and just poof and just. Yeah, maybe Daisy needs some help. Yeah, Fleur got 29, so nobody knows there's a little halfling on top of said badger.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like, because if it were more a matter of like moving and not being seen, then that would be more purely Daisy, because if Daisy's seen, you're seen.
Yeah.
But in this case, you're also trying to move quietly and things like that, which Fleur's own behavior has a heavier impact in.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just do it. It doesn't cost me anything to do it, so.
That
Sure.
so
What does that do?
Advantage on stealth checks. For
Oh.
now. Or until I use it on someone else.
Nice. Rerolled the badger stealth. Oof. 15.
That's better than 12.
Better than 12.
Yeah.
All right, we're using the other one next time. I'm like, normally that die really likes me, and it just did not.
Yeah. Daisy's having a little bit of a rough time of it.
I think
a
the
badger in a
jaguar, the
tunnel,
leopard
you'd
is
think.
weirding him out.
This is fine.
Yeah.
It's still Cyrillus.
Yeah.
Daisy
Right.
might.
That's why
Daisy
that's
might
why
not
I'm using
fully
it.
understand
It doesn't look like it smells like.
I feel like I was like Daisy,
Smells
who
like-
relies on
it's
smell,
not
is like it looks like leopard but smells like Cyrillus. I'm confused.
Did it eat Cyrillus?
Daisy's still getting used to this whole wild shape thing, so Daisy's a bit distracted.
He'll get there eventually. He'll figure it out.
Well, go ahead.
But you're moving pretty quietly. Like Daisy has a few little like stumbles and squeaks, but overall, you guys all rolled very, very well on your stealth checks. Partially with the help of Pass Without a Trace. That did not hurt. But you move up, and
I was gonna say if Guild has now pointed out these higher tunnels to them, Cyrillus made an attempt to climb up the one to at least check and see if anything has been through recently.
Okay.
Which leopard do have a climb speed.
Okay, leopards have a climb speed. I was like, I have no idea how good leopards are at climbing.
I'm using the panther stat block as a leopard.
Okay, that's fine.
And it has the 40-foot climb speed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is probably a little hard for them because it's a stone wall.
It is a rocky,
yeah.
But you can certainly get up it. It's not impossible. It's probably like it would be rough terrain if you were trying to go really high, but the ceiling's not that high. So you can easily get up there. So you crawl up there, and are you trying to like look into one of the holes or
look in or like give it a quick sniff?
Okay, roll me a perception check. You can have advantage, sight and smell, but you can have advantage just because it doesn't make sense to do separate ones for both.
25.
Okay. So yeah, you climb up to the hole, and you like sort of peer in and sniff. And yeah, there's a bit more of that ozone smell up here. Guild's suspicion that this is how the Bahir is moving around unseen seems pretty likely.
The scent is
reasonably. It's a little tricky because you don't know. So the ozone smell itself isn't like super, super strong and fresh, but underlying it and you aren't familiar with this scent before, but you realize as you get a stronger whiff of it that it's something you've started smelling as you got into this deeper part of the mine. You hadn't really ever smelled it before further up. And you can only assume that this is the scent of a behir beyond the electricity part of it. And that smells reasonably fresh to you. You don't have a lot to compare it to because, again, the scent is new. But in comparison to where you've smelled it a little bit earlier in the mine, you think it's far more likely that this thing has been moving around up here pretty recently.
All right, so basically hop back down and ears back, like prowling low on the ground, a little bit of a growl. Just kind of on edge.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out.
Well, you all are the ones who wanted to come in here.
Fine.
Oh, I'm out of water.
I'm gonna say she's basically in the room at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
And when you move up further into the room, you see again that there's another sort of tunnel that heads off to the right. And then a larger tunnel that moves forward. The larger tunnel looks like a little more worked, a little more like people have been actually actively enlarging it.
I just noticed that Longstrider is not concentration, so I'm gonna also just invisible.
Okay. So Guild is now invisible, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I can smell him.
Just in case, I doubt anything is going to be useful for this. Might as well do it. She's gonna take out Grim, have him float above, and have him do the quick ritual cast, little holographic ritual cast of detect magic as an action. And hold that for now to take a look around just in case.
Yeah. You cast detect magic. And you don't immediately see anything magic.
Yep. Just gonna hold that up and just as we're moving, take a look around just in case.
Yep.
Can Flare still not see, or rather, is the light still on, or did we snuff that?
I assume Westcott has the light still up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure because we're.
I mean,
yeah.
unless
I was like, is Flare suddenly just in the dark?
Yeah.
You're moving quietly and carefully, but unless you actively tell me you're snuffing the light out, Guild
I just
and
wanted to make sure I didn't miss that. But
Guild and Esri, who did have a fair amount of information about this creature, both know that it has at least decent dark vision. So while the light might be an extra source of attention, it's not like it's not going to find you in the dark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you want the goggles, Fleur?
I mean, I want you to be able to see too.
Yes. If it does show up, possibly if I'm closer to a light source, should be all right.
Okay. I mean, it would help with hitting it.
So
Perhaps for now, I'll
hand it over.
Okay. Thank you. And Fleur will strap on goggles, like on her forehead for now, because obviously it doesn't.
Even if I can't see it, I can probably haste you and make it more effective.
Oh, that yes. She's done that before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Fleur's like, oh yes, that is always fun, and has worked quite well in the past.
So continue to take a look
Let's
around.
find this thing.
Yeah, try to find it.
Get this over with.
I think we just keep moving and keep looking.
I'm basically moving. I'm looking over here.
So you're looking to the right.
I'll
Guild,
look
you're
up
looking
this way.
up that way. Okay. Both of you roll me. Well,
I
roll me
have its
perception
actual
checks.
scent at this point.
Yes,
So.
yes, yeah.
Well, what, Jerusha?
Perception.
Okay.
Cyrillus, you absolutely have advantage on that.
I'm
with
bad
that
at
Dirty
this.
20.
Okay. 19.
All right. Dirty 20 and 19.
Yeah. It's not
so
tracking.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of weird because you haven't seen any tracks yet, so it's kind of hard to track. Cyrillus, the scent is there's some scent that way for sure. It seems a little staler than what you smelled certainly at that hole, but even back in the larger room. So your instinct is that the creature hasn't gone that way recently or very recently, right? It's gone that way, but not, it lives here. So it's been everywhere. But Guild, as you look ahead, you've sort of realized that you're unlikely to pick up tracks unless you get very, very lucky. Because this thing is, you suspect, using those tunnels to move around, right? Those higher tunnels. But as you look ahead, you do see that there are two paths branching ahead. There's one to the right, and then there's one that sort of hits a dead end and turns to the left. Whoop. What in the world? My dictionary opened up for no apparent reason.
Haunted!
I think I accidentally clicked wrong or something, but so there are a couple options up there. And Cyrillus, who has sort of figured out, and as you move further this way, Cyrillus, yeah, the scent gets a bit stronger than it was back at the start.
Since I'm invisible, I'll go up to the branch and keep looking.
All right.
Cyrillus is basically looking back at the rest of the group to make sure they're keeping up at this point.
Guild, you would be aware that as you move away from the group, they lose pass without a trace.
No, and I didn't cast it.
Westcott
did.
Westcott.
Oh, Westcott did. Sorry, for some reason I thought you did.
I don't have it.
My brain crossed.
No, we have two people who always have it prepared.
Yeah.
So
that's fine. My brain did not keep track of who had what. All right. So you do not have pass. Guild does not have pass without a trace anymore.
No, but he's invisible.
But he's invisible. So he loses the +10, but he has advantage.
Yeah.
So all right. So you head up here. Are you sort of peeking around that corner that you're right by?
Hey, I'm trying to look both directions. Just look.
Okay. As you move forward, give me another stealth roll.
23.
Okay. And as you get up to this first one, it goes a little ways and then turns back sort of down the way you came. So you're not sure, but you suspect it may meet up with the tunnel further down. So you come up to this turn to the left, you see it goes a tiny bit and then it branches off two directions.
Why not?
Okay. There are two areas. Crap, my maps are like my people are over my map, but there you go. One is a further tunnel down that way. The other is in a space that sort of opens up a little bit, like the bit of the chamber you were in just a moment ago. And go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Oh. I am very glad for advantage. That is a 17.
Okay. So you look around, and the open chamber has some equipment, things like that. It looks like maybe somewhere that the miners were stashing stuff to come back for. Not a whole lot of. There's like one of those little higher up tunnels, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's a main space.
Down, you said?
No, up to the space, that open space.
Okay.
Down is a tunnel much like the ones you've been in. And it holds. Oh, really, it holds a tunnel. But as you look up, knowing what you're looking for, you do see several of those higher tunnels. And I want everyone to roll me another stealth check as you continue. Fleur, I assume you're up with the party.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Meaning to.
Wait,
No,
am I
it's
within
fine.
range of Westcott now?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So
Probably
22.
yes.
So 26 for Fleur. Does Daisy still have the advantage?
Yes. Oh, that's good. That's super
23 for Daisy.
high. Yes.
Yeah, I have boots of Elvenkind, so.
No, 35. 35 for Westcott.
11.
Rolling like Velas.
That's not even a nat 20.
Sterling doesn't know what Sterling's stealth is.
I mean, it's horse hooves
Plus
in,
10, yeah.
in the stone.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're muted, Kia.
Yeah, I feel like Sterling is having a very hard time being stealthy in a stone tunnel. He has never really
Kia, you're muted if you were.
Yeah, you are muted.
Technology.
It wasn't muted, it just wasn't picking up anything.
Fair.
You could try turning your sensitivity down.
No, I think it just like it got stuck.
It's like,
Sometimes
oh well,
just
I
gets
guess you're not using this. I'll just turn it off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Computers.
Yeah, so most of you actually do a really, really good job, but then there is Sterling. And Sterling, Sterling really doesn't know how to move in stone tunnels.
And hearing this, just
Guild, you're grimacing. Westcott's like, oh no, oh no,
oh no.
Super freaky echo through the entire mind.
So, as you clop around, Cyrillus, roll
Flop around
me
and find out.
a
which we're about to, I think.
roll me a perception check.
Okay. Is this still a smell or?
Yeah, this can be smell. Yes.
Double twos. So that's a total of 10.
Look, it's very distracting hearing Sterling walking through the mine. Okay.
Just
All
hear
right.
the ears twitch every single time that there's
So-
the footfall.
Shortly after Guild grimaces at the sound of Sterling's hooves, a creature that at least some of you recognize as a Bahir
Hi, Fred.
pops down from a tunnel behind all of you. So back here. Whoop, I need to be on the right tool. Back here.
Ugh.
And I need
Good thing I'm in there.
everyone.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
I just put it in the map.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
I had pinged it and then I put it on the map. I need
And-
everyone to roll me initiative.
Where is Floor?
Oh, that's bad.
Fleur just hasn't. Where is Fleur? That is a good question.
Yeah,
where
token's
Beth,
gone.
Where is Fleur?
Oh yeah, Flo's
I'm-
token
Oh,
is gone.
underneath.
Oh, underneath.
How did that happen?
You were under Esri.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
You
you
were for
were.
everyone else. You were under
Yeah,
Esri.
it was like that.
Oh, I was like, you're all like asking, and I was like staring at her token. I'm like, I'm not sure what you mean.
Interesting.
That's-
Okay, initiative.
Yeah.
It is not what I rolled. I rolled terrible.
Oh yeah.
But
That
I
was
don't
not
have
my
a turn
best
order.
roll.
Yeah, let me give you a turn order. Hold on. There you go.
Who's Brogan?
That was from an old turn order, but you can enter in your things.
The Bahir has a name.
The year is named Rogan now.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Roll
what
20
was
rolled the
my
exact same thing.
Hey.
Actually,
Lucky me.
Oops, nope.
That is very convenient, actually.
Connect to my damn token.
Holy shit, Westcott.
I rolled a
There we go.
19 plus
Nice.
3.
And I got
Hey,
All of a
so
sudden.
roll 20 rolled the same number. It just, doesn't have my modifier in there. That's really funny.
Oh, are we rolling in there now instead? Or
Well,
to
no,
add the
you-
got
you-
it.
yeah,
I remember now.
added to the turn
I
order.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just easier for me.
It's been a long fucking time.
Since my
Yes.
initiative is terrible, I am gonna be back in 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
I do like how it's the two furthest away from it that got the lowest initiative.
It works.
Yeah.
A sort.
They were focused
Just-
forwards, and then it's like, surprise.
Surprise.
surprise, motherfuckers.
Oh, Cyrillus had a 9. I'm going to remove the extra Cyrillus that's on the list.
This is fine.
Oh, I have extra everybody's. Okay, what was everyone? Sterling, what was your initiative?
Birthday drink. Is it your birthday?
22?
Happy
Yes.
birthday if it's your birthday.
Westcott?
22.
Okay. I think I had extras of some of you for some reason. Flora, looks like I only have one of you. Esri?
I'm in there.
What was your initiative though?
Oh, 18.
Okay. I have two of some of you.
Oh.
Fleur, what was yours?
16.
I think when you guys rolled, I hadn't deleted all the turns. And so it added extra turns for people. And
'Cause I only
Guild was
so-
8, I assume, because she said her initiative was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think we're good now. All right. So Sterling, you are clopping down a stone tunnel. But a creature who probably actually should be a bit bigger than he is on the map because he is huge.
Yeah, I was like, that's a very
No,
little
we
bit here.
shouldn't. Tiny Bahir.
Yeah, the token just sized that way. Anyway, pops out of a tunnel and scuttles down the wall towards you guys. What do? You are apparently Fleur on Daisy and Esri are between you and a Bahir.
Yep.
Good thing I'm fast.
Yeah.
Well,
What can I do that doesn't involve? Oh no.
How I have so much movement. It's just wonderful.
Or a monk.
Mm-hmm.
I can move past Ezri, yeah?
Uh,
I have to go around. I guess it's still not enough. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. What just happened?
I don't know.
Sorry, my keyboard likes to spasm sometimes and just totally removed D&D Beyond from my tab.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I can get out of your way soon enough.
Okay, well, and that,
Yeah,
those
you
are
could also
good.
you could also hold an action until Ezri like gets out of your way if you
Oh,
wanted to.
heck no. I will happily just go
Where's the
around
fun in
for
that?
its fine.
Yeah.
Monk on a monk.
All right, you can go.
I mean, honestly, probably just jump over her, but we're just gonna go through. I can't remember how I do this. I think it's. Oh no, I did. No, it's fine. So, is the dark part just walls? So I can't stand there. Yeah.
Yeah, the dark part is walls.
You can run on walls, can't you? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Ah,
It's a higher level monk thing.
we are someday.
I have not reached the horse running on water.
Someday
level
we'll
yet.
have a horse that can run on walls.
Right. There's no space for me to stand past her anyway, so.
Yeah, that's why I was sort of saying you could hold your turn.
Well, in the meantime, I will just summon my astral arms while I'm here.
Okay.
Why not?
So summon
I'm
astral
standing here
arms.
doing nothing.
Summon astral arms and hold an attack until you can be until you're in range.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I forgot I had. Wait, hang on.
Okay.
Once.
It's fine. We haven't played these. We haven't done combat with these characters in a really long time. So like, I get that it's going to take a few minutes.
Yeah, I was like, what do I?
The last
One
one
is odd. Floor is very straightforward. I hit things.
Totally forgot that I took the Magic Initiate, so I'm gonna toll the dead.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, of 14.
Because I have that spell on. Where ya? So that is a nat 20. So it saves. It's also a very cute nat 20 because it's a koi.
Oh,
anyway.
Oh boy.
All right. Cool. Well, we're good then.
And did you go ahead and summon your astral arms?
Yes, because it's a bonus.
Cool. Westcott.
All right. I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna invoke duplicity. I'm gonna panic and invoke duplicity. I'm gonna panic. And then I'm gonna invoke duplicity and drop my duplicate on the opposite side of the Bahir.
So I'm just gonna, I guess, drag you another token out there.
Yeah. We should make a duplicate token.
Yeah, we should do that. But
we
right
should
now,
make an icon and just give him like a totally derp face.
There you go. There's your duplicate.
Give him an icon with like a bad mustache and glasses.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, that's way
Like
too
bag
close
glasses?
in. I don't like that.
It is a tight space.
I'm gonna mark.
I'm not gonna be able to get in there at all.
There we go. All
Well,
right.
you have at least one person who's going to be backing off.
And then I'm gonna. And I believe that drops Pass Without a Trace.
Because it's they're both
concentration, technically
right?
concentration.
Yeah, because it's come up.
That's all like we need it at this point.
We don't need it.
Yeah, we don't need it at this point. Yeah, it says.
But yeah, the duplicate that's come up in Critical Role that the duplicate is concentration.
Yeah, it says it lasts for 1 minute or until you lose concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell. But yeah, like Pass Without a Trace. Unless there's another, Bahir.
Well, we already know that Bahirs tend to be singular, so
yeah.
And
Chances of that are slim.
then spiritual weapon, and I'm gonna cast it through my duplicate.
So your spiritual weaponing, is that what you said?
Yes. So and I'm gonna go ahead and I need to figure out what his spiritual weapon looks like.
It's fair. Maybe it's a waffle maker.
Probably like a dagger or a bow or something.
You attack things with a waffle maker. That's my
pan.
decision.
It's just a giant cast iron frying pan. So it's full tangled.
Don't tempt me.
That's a 16 to hit.
I'm just gonna drag you a dagger out there. There's your not very good dagger. It was just the first dagger that came up when I searched dagger. 16 to hit, you said?
Yeah. Yes.
That does not hit.
And I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
So we're not quite so. I'm just gonna back up to like here, so we're not so bottlenecked.
Esri.
Okay. Well, this isn't a good spot to be in. So she is going to cast Misty Step and get the heck out of that.
Smart choice. The squishy wizard doesn't want to be by the Bahir. That's fair.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Let's go back here.
Let me hit things.
Shockingly.
Yep. Get out of the way. And then we'll reach out and cast a chill touch on it.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Fleur, I have to get to you next time.
It's alright. I don't want you to die.
Nope, that's an 11 though.
Does not hit.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. Fleur.
All right. Sorry. I was just trying to. All right. So I don't actually know what exactly a Bahir. Does it look like that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sort of, yeah. It's sort of like a cross between a sort of centipede and a crocodile. It's not a pretty thing.
Would that be the kind of thing, especially if it's facing? Is it currently facing towards the Westcott, or is
It
that
would be
just...
facing you guys. It's just
Okay.
I didn't turn the token around.
Trying to get it to face his duplicate, but
Well, yeah,
But
that's what.
There you go.
You
That's
stab,
over here.
your stabby
hasn't.
stab
Okay.
fails.
Well, because I'm just like I feel like Fleur might actually be better off of Daisy because she's little and can.
You can certainly hop off of Daisy if you would like to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, she's gonna hop off a Daisy. Not that. Well, I guess now I'll need a separate Daisy marker, but and because I think as part of my action or something, I can basically like. That's what I was trying to look up, like direct Daisy or like. I know Daisy can move, or at the very least.
Here's a Daisy. It's on top of you now, I think, or under you, one of the two. It looks really weird, but it is a badger. I found a badger.
It's a squishy badger. I see.
It's just like shaping really oddly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I can't move the badger though.
I see. Okay, I had to like.
I can
zoom
move
in.
the badger. Where do you want the badger? Tell me where you want. The
She's gonna just tell Daisy to, you might just want to get some space because she doesn't want Daisy to die, and she also knows that this is narrow, and so basically telling Daisy to back up so that other people can come in and hit it.
Those who don't have range.
So yeah, the badger backs up. The Bahir hisses, but since you're still there, doesn't lunge at Daisy at the moment.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, as she's saying that, kind of Fleur's gonna just like hop off and basically just pulls out both swords and just and goes for the knees.
Yes.
I was gonna say if it's the kind of thing that she could go underneath, she would absolutely try and run under the legs. But I was like, if it's like a crocodile, probably not. So she's just gonna kind of.
She's not quite
So
small enough to fit under
she's
this.
aiming to run like this way and like drive by, hit the front knees.
Okay.
So she'll end up about there. Okay, first one I don't. Well, one of them I just rolled them both at once, but one of them I don't think hits. What is my attack modifier here? Yeah, 15 I don't think hits, right?
Nope.
How about 24?
That does definitely hit.
Okay, so one of them, first one just kind of misses a little bit, but and it is all right. This is why I have my little dice in this thing, because I already have the right ones pulled out. Ooh, 11 points of slashing.
Okay. And that is your turn?
Oh, wait. I can attack twice, right? And that's not part of the 2-weapon, like, because she has
if
2 weapon fighting.
If you have a fighter who has a second attack,
I have an extra
offhand attack is a bonus action. Yeah.
Yep.
So you have a.
Okay, so I still have a second attack?
Yes, you still have a second attack.
Is that just one of the swords or both? Okay.
It's your main hand sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter for you because both of yours are the same modifiers anyway.
Both
Assuming
of them,
you.
Yeah.
You only get the one offhand attack though. You don't get one for every attack action or every attack in your attack action.
Well, that's a nat 1, so that does not hit.
So you're fairly excited when you hit the second time, but then Daisy's backing up, and the Behir sort of lunges and hisses at Daisy, and as you go in for that last attack, instead of really trying to hit and like damage the Behir, you sort of just try to get your sword or your rapiers.
Rapiers, yeah.
Get your rapier and like you bop the Behir on the nose with the flat of it. Doesn't do any damage, but does distract it from your badger. So you'll call it a win.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I forget if Ezri's gonna need to get to Fleur to be able to cast haste, but I feel like Fleur wants to do this anyways.
I think
Fine.
it's good.
So this might be a really stupid idea, but it's Fleur's idea. She's not here for her brains. Because she's little and she still has a bit of movement, can she try and skirt around and at least down by the tail end, can she try and climb up on this thing? Because in her mind, that's the safest place to be, because it's like trying to swat a fly on your back. It might end horribly. Also, Drusha, I can't hear you.
I heard you.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it was
Yeah, you
just
just
me.
hadn't said anything yet.
I would say that because you've used your action and bonus action, I would allow you to try that as either an action or a bonus action, but it's going to be hard to get up on this thing. That's not really a movement alone tap.
Okay.
This is a moving, hissing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why she was headed for the tail, figuring that part was on the ground already. But if it's not, then that would.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be harder for you to get a hold of it. And actually, you could. Here's what I'd say: you start and you try.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna move her over to under the tail end.
You find that it is extremely difficult to get a good enough sort of either grasp or foot or whatever of it that you think it's going to take a bit more effort than you were hoping.
Okay.
And I would, as I said, mechanically, I would let you do it as an action or a bonus action.
Okay.
But not just as movement.
Is Fleur
Okie
actually
doke.
where she shows on the map on the same square as it?
Yes,
I mean,
because
she's, like,
Fleur is a
around its
fucking
tail.
Lightfoot
And yeah, that
Lightfoot
too.
halfling.
That was my other thing is I was like, she's tiny. She's just going to be kind of bobbing and weaving the tail at the moment.
That's fair.
But yeah, trying to split its attention at the very least, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, she is in a very awful spot, but that is where I'm going to leave her. Like I said, Fleur is not here for her brains. She's not dumb, but
like she could, if she wanted to, she could move down through Phantom Westcott, but she's just sticking by that tail.
Well, and she's got little legs, and I'm like, with all of the, if she was trying to climb up on it, I'm gonna say that it would expend her movement because her movement's only like 25 feet to begin with.
That's fair. Yes,
so.
she is.
That's why I'm like, nah, that's about where she has landed. I'm guessing is the.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the Behir's turn. And because Fleur is small and just stabbed it and also bopped it on the nose, which it was not quite fond of.
Yeah.
It is going to take a bite. It's going to turn its head and take a bite at Fleur. That. Hold on.
Oh, and actually, this is one of those things. Let's see.
The bite will not hit 13. You have a higher AC than that.
Yep.
But it then is also going to try to wrap its tail around you and pull you in to squeeze you. And that will probably hit because that is a 22.
That does hit. That. That's not like a grapple contest. It's just a hit.
It is an attack.
Okay.
For 17 bludgeoning damage and 17 slashing damage, and you are now grappled
and have 3 hit points.
Oh.
Ooh.
I couldn't help because I'm not close enough to see it.
She's tiny. She only has 37 hit points.
I can't see it, so I can't do anything.
I have more hit points than the frontliner.
Because she's a halfling. That is dex based.
She's a fighter.
She's a dex based. Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets a win.
All right, but that is its turn. It is now Cyrillus's turn.
Okay. Well, Cyrillus is going to round about and come bounding down the hall straight at it. And come flying at it.
Okay.
Let's see. Come on, scroll all the way down, please. Thank you. That doesn't hit. I think I only get one of those. Nope. Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Guild. Is away.
Oh no.
It's something about heating up pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, while Guild is away, I'm gonna go grab something to drink because it'll take me 5 seconds. And we cannot proceed without.
Yeah.
Nice timing.
Fleur is regretting her life choices.
I mean, my turn's coming up.
And your duplicate's right here.
My duplicate is right there.
There you go.
Like, I can heal
We're gonna blame some of her stupidity on knowing that his duplicate was there.
Perfect.
I'm also gonna grab water really fast.
Wounds.
All right, Guild.
Cyrilus is making lots of angry cat sounds at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is your turn.
All right.
It has Fleur constricted and held.
I'm gonna run up with the 40 feet from Longstrider, and I think because I'm invisible, I will have advantage on my first hit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit it, which is 23.
That hits.
And instead of his usual longsword and shield, Guild swings down with a short sword. So, and it's taken damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it takes
Fleur
an
hit it.
extra. Hold on. Extra D8. Oh, I rolled really high. 13 plus 6 is 19 damage with the short sword.
Okay.
Just straight into its nose. And then I'm gonna pivot and swing with a sickle for my second hit, dual wielding.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Ooh. So it's an extra 9 damage.
All right. So Guild charges in and gets 2 good hits on. Unfortunately, Guild is now in the way of Sterling. Cyrilus is in the way of Sterling.
We're back to square one.
I know.
And Sterling
I
still
gotta hit
can't,
things.
still
We're
can't
right
climb
back
walls.
where we started.
This
Yep.
is the only way I can hit things.
Sterling's
So,
just like,
Sterling, what do you do?
I mean, the only thing I can do is continue to use the very few spells that I have. Yeah.
I'd say you could try to take a running leap, but that's a very big running leap.
He still can't land anywhere that he can hit something.
Well, so both the dagger and this are not actually
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, right.
yeah, you could.
And
like,
and
so
the
Fleur
dagger
technically right now is in its mouth, so like
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
in
the
its tail.
creature's. That's the
Tail,
creature's
yeah.
space.
yeah.
Sterling
but
cannot
still.
be there.
No, but
Um,
she's not.
But if you wanted to like back up and then take a running leap, I would let you roll like an acrobatics check to see if you make it. But if you
Yeah.
don't make
hit
it,
your
that's
party
pretty
members
shitty.
in the head.
It's up to you. You are a horse, so like jumping is a thing you're not bad at, and a monk.
Let's do it.
Monk.
Because
Okay.
I don't want to also
You're a
not be able to
horse
do
and a
anything.
monk.
So roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay. 21.
So you back up a little bit and you just go into a gallop, and it's loud. But you already have the Behir, so who gives a fuck? Other than maybe the
Right.
people around you cringing a little bit at just quite how loud this
Bells
is.
on the walls.
And you tense and you just leap. And you fly over, and there's a moment where you're like, wait, I'm going to hit Westcott. But then you also realize that Westcott was
Westcott's-
behind you.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
so you just sort of land in
You realize you don't
not
care.
Westcott.
Yeah, well, you know, if he's in the way, he's in the way. If he's not, well, I don't know what this is. He kind of like stands there and he's just like
you're surrounded by sort of Westcott. It's real weird.
like he's giving me a hug.
Sort of
and I can't
Westcott.
do anything.
Westcott and Westcott adjacent.
Westcott adjacent.
Let's cut.
All right. And in that case,
West Side Westcott.
And I'm just gonna move illusory Westcott over to the dagger for now, just to make it easier.
Oh God, hang on.
But
have
really,
Literally
you
West
are
Side
sharing a spot. I just want to be able
Yeah.
to see Sterling.
Okay, cool. I am going to hit him with the astral arms.
All right.
And
And I think we just decided that Sterling's astral arms let off just a little bit of light.
Yeah.
So he is slightly glowy in this form.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to do anything. Awesome.
That's fair.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
How do I attack with? There we go. That's how we do it. Okay, cool. Sweet. That's a natural 19. So 21 again. Excellent. So let me find the fucking dice I'm supposed to use. God, guys, how do I play Sterling?
How do D&D?
How do D&D?
So yeah, Sterling just did some like dope horse monk shit.
Yep.
Like, you know, if everyone, I assume most of you have seen like, you know, horse cross country, like leaping over like a water feature or something like that. That's basically what just happened, except in a weird mind tunnel over people and a monster.
Yep. Like you do.
Yep.
So why not? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So that gonna be 10, and we're gonna go radiant.
Okay.
And I think I will not waste more key at this point. Yeah, I will not waste more key, so I will leave it there for now.
Okay. Do you get like a bonus action punch attack type thing, or is that if you use the astral arms, do you not?
I only get the bonus, like the extra attack, if I have my astral self, not my astral arms.
Okay, you just have the astral arms. Okay.
I mean, what about your general monk extra?
Yeah,
attack?
that's what I was wondering.
I don't have an extra attack.
Monks.
What level monk are you?
Monks. If you're punching,
you should have
If you take a regular attack action, if you make at least one unarmed strike as your attack action, you get a free bonus action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Why does mine
And
not...
your astral arms count as an unarmed strike.
Oh,
it's
yes.
basically you can flurry to do two, where you get a free one.
I'm used to seeing an extra attack as like just as an extra attack, not
as like a fighter type thing. Yeah, no, this is just a bonus action. You have
too many
fists.
All right,
You know what?
Yes.
I
This
just
is
realized
a bonus action. You have more than one fist.
I just realized that I'm a
Like, this deal
halfling and
will
I could have
still
re-rolled
wield
that
his
nat one
fist.
attack.
Yeah.
All right,
You could have.
Oh.
So it was 18 for the second attack.
That hits.
To use other things. Goodness, it's still a d6. Well, that's not as good.
And that's like any of them. Wow.
That one's just a 5.
All right. Well, you're still doing some damage, so it's worth it.
Doing
All right.
the damages.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you guys have done a decent amount of damage. It's not like looking rough or anything yet, but you've definitely it's taken some hits. Westcott.
I'm gonna step out so I can get better line of sight and see what's going on, and it's bad.
Yeah, Fleur is just like
Dying.
completely wrapped up in this creature and looks like she is hurting.
I guess my options are, do I go for the potentially bigger heal and then the smaller damage spell, or try to go for the bigger damage spell and the slightly smaller heal?
What would Westcott do?
I mean,
WWW. Indeed.
www.
www.
D guys are in trouble because I can't do anything about that. Not easily, anyway. All right, yeah, I'll use my action. Can I reach? Can my duplicate reach Fleur?
Yes.
Is
Your
like-
duplicate and Sterling are actually sharing the same spot. I
Okay.
just moved
I wasn't
you.
sure where like
Or
if
hugging,
Fleur would,
guys.
like
Yeah, I just moved you. Yeah, no, you can
thrown
you
around or
probably
whatever.
can reach out
I
and
mean-
like catch like a flailing arm or something
Okay.
like that to
Yeah, am I wrapped by his tail? Because he bit me too, so I'm like.
Well, he bit at you and the bite didn't catch, and then he like wrapped his tail around you and pulled you in tight.
All right. So
Yeah,
I'm
but then
gonna-
I also took bite damage.
Right,
after
it's a
that.
+1.
No, the constrict attack did
Mhm.
both bludgeoning and slashing damage.
Oh, okay. I thought one of them was bite, I guess.
No, it just
No.
it does
You'd
both.
probably be dead if it was a bite too.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm already almost dead. Yeah.
So you get 7 hit points, or 8 hit points back. Cure wounds.
Hey!
And then I'm gonna try and hit with my spiritual weapon again.
All right.
Bonus action. You kidding me?
Oh.
It's a nat 1.
Oh. You try to bring your spiritual weapon in to stab this thing, and it can't. It can't. It's having a bad day.
I'm having a bad day.
Because he had a bad day.
Esri.
I'm just gonna stay where I am in front of Esri.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to help Fleur as best I can. So gonna have Grim float up, and she's going to cast haste at her, try to get her swinging out of there, and hopefully give her some more resistance. So +2 AC, advantage on Dex, and an extra attack.
All right. So Fleur, you now are hasted. And Esri, do you anything else this turn, or is that your turn?
Let's see. I don't think I have anything I can use it as a bonus action right now, so that will be my turn. I'm gonna hold on to that and stay behind Westcott. Actually, I technically had to go here quickly to cast it because she's 3 feet away.
Because Westcott was sort of in the way, but you can always move back behind Westcott if you wanted
Yep. And then she'll move back.
Yeah. That's why he stayed there.
All right. Fleur, it is your turn.
Yes.
You can attempt to escape the grapple.
Yes. Does that take an action?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm hasted, so if I successfully make it out, I still have an extra attack action?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Or
Okay.
one weapon attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyway.
you have you have one weapon attack. You won't have the offhand, but you'll have the one.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
no,
mean,
then you'd have the offhand because that's a bonus action. So yeah.
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 All right. So how do I get out of this?
Acrobatics or athletics.
Awesome. Oh gosh, that was a terrible roll.
You do have with haste. Oh, it's just dexterity saves, not dex
saves.
checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think an 11 is going to get me out of it.
No.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately,
I rolled a
not.
3. Like, I have a proficiency in acrobatics even. I rolled a 3.
You can still stab it if you want.
You can also use your bonus action to second wind if you need it.
Yeah, and you can second wind.
So I have my second wind checked off for some reason, and I'm not sure
You would
why.
not have had it checked
You
off.
haven't
So
used
you
it.
just,
We have
yeah,
a
you
long
haven't
rest.
used
You
it.
slept
Okay.
since.
Because I'm like, I was looking at that, and I was like, why is this checked off? What have we done?
Who slept
Nothing.
since?
Yeah, no, this is an error. So you can
Not
attack
Alright,
in
this
so-
button on D&D Beyond.
second wind. Because the attack action is related to the attack would be related to haste, and then you could second wind for your bonus action.
Yeah, I also have an action surge I haven't used.
And you could do that.
Which I'm kind of...
Which would get you another attempt to escape if you wanted it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna action surge and really try and wriggle out of this thing.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna roll the other die.
Really try.
Oh, better. 23.
Yeah. So you like you make
Grit
yourself
my
as
teeth.
small as you possibly can, and you just start wiggling, and you just manage to slip yourself out of its hold, and free yourself from its grasp.
Heal yourself.
And you
So-
still have your
I still have my
haste
hasted action, right?
your hasted attack or dash, disengage, hide, use object, and then your bonus action.
All right. So, really quick, because it's been a while since I've used haste. Is it specifically one attack, like one weapon
It is
attack,
one
or an
weapon
attack
attack.
action?
It's
It
one
is
weapon attack.
specifically one weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
It's in the Roll20 chat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always have that closed because it takes up half of my screen.
That's
so-
fair. I have it behind my dice tower, so I get it. It's not immediately visible.
Oh, good. I have +2 to my AC. I'm gonna mark that, and then that's good to know. Okay, one. All right. So I have bonus action and weapon attack. Well, I'm gonna use that weapon attack.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a weapon attack.
Yeah.
It's Fleur. She wants to hit the thing.
That's fair.
Okay.
Fleur is not quite in the mood to like disengage, even if that might be the smarter choice.
I don't think that hits though, sadly.
What is it?
Like 14.
No.
Yeah.
Its AC is 17.
Yeah, that's why I
you've
was like, I
already
don't
gotten
think
it,
that
yeah.
hits.
And then
But
bonus
she has
action.
movement and bonus
Movement and bonus
she still has
action.
movement too. Yeah. What? How does I'm like second wind is sounding pretty nice actually. Yeah. So she's gonna she's before she stabs it again. She's gonna try and run underneath Sterling because she can.
Okay. It is going to
Can she
take
duck around the?
It is going to.
Yeah, but
Well, actually, no. You have not left its range yet by ducking around Sterling.
Ha!
You have left its personal space, but you are not out of its range.
Nice. Yay, reach. Yeah, she's gonna just whew, and once she's around the corner, just literally catch her breath in second wind, which is a D10, right?
Yep,
I think
D10
so, but I
plus
don't
your level.
Where's my 10? There's my 10. Ooh! 15 hit points back. I rolled a 9.
Nice.
Nice.
Very good.
All right.
She's feeling much better now.
So, Fleur slips out, and the Bahir doesn't seem particularly pleased with this fact, but then also she kind of darts around under a horse and around a corner.
A horse with astral arms. Yeah.
So, probably not the easiest prey at the moment. So instead, it's going to take a snap at Guild.
Blood curse of the eye was amplified.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means that he has disadvantage on all of his attacks this turn.
Fine. I just was like, I don't actually have that memorized.
Damage.
All right. Yeah, that's probably not going to hit then. 13 to hit.
Nope.
But then it's also going to attempt to constrict you like it did Fleur, to get a hold of you and wrap around
Shit,
you.
my AC's really low right now.
But with that disadvantage, you'd be screwed if it did not have disadvantage. It rolled a total of a dirty 20 and a natural 1.
Cool.
So
just because I'm wearing my
takes it jumps at you to bite, and then it tries to wrap around you, and it just its tail sort of hits the wall, and it can't. It's very disoriented at the moment. It can't quite figure out what's going on. It's like,
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It's not disadvantage.
Okay.
It is. I just subtract a D4 from each roll.
Oh, it used to be disadvantage.
Yes,
Okay, so
I forgot
so
that they
then
changed.
dirty. Well, let me re-roll both of them then. Let me just
Yeah.
re-roll both of them as individual.
And I
rolls.
will roll both of these.
Yeah,
The first
So-
one will be
forgot.
-4. The second one will be -3.
Okay, so the bite attack
Forgot
would
they
have
changed
been 16 minus 4, so 12 to hit. So
That
it still wouldn't
misses.
hit. Dirty 20 minus 3 would be 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So it does actually manage to wrap around you, and like it did Fleur, it gets a hold of you.
Cool. Cool.
It does 12 bludgeoning damage and
Buddy.
15 slashing damage, and you are
Okay.
now grappled.
All right. Cool.
And now it is Cyrillus's turn. John?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Use that to mark grapple.
I think I'm gonna drop the leopard.
Okay.
And since I'm already right up in its face, I'm gonna hit it with the primal savagery.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is a 17.
That would
Damn.
hit. That is
Cool.
its AC. So
Cool. It takes 11 acid damage.
all right.
Or actually, is that all? No, it's poison, I think. Oh, no, it's acid. Okay. The symbol looks like it could be either.
It's something damage that's not lightning. And the one immunity this thing has is lightning.
Comes out of the leper form, but her hand kind of stays clawed and she just swipes up under its chin.
It lets out a bit of a hiss at you
Cool.
as it is wrapped around Guild. All right, is that your turn?
Yep.
Guild.
I'll hiss back.
Yeah, I'm looking for something specific, so give me just a second, because this is new. Okay. Yeah, so Guild kind of growls and it doesn't sound quite human.
Okay.
And anyone who's paying attention would see his hair starts to get really long and his hands turn into claws. And I'm going to go hybrid form. Because
Okay.
that pissed me off.
Fair.
Hey.
I feel like if Fleur hears this, she's peering around the corner and probably instantly regrets.
I mean,
And-
Cyrilus is right next to him.
See. I'm actually trying to see if that would give me an advantage on getting out of this, which I'm not sure. So give me 1 second. I've never used this before.
New
Yeah, I'm
stuff
not sure.
all
does
around.
I feel like it's kind of similar to raging, but
It's
not
advantage
quite.
on strength checks and strength saves.
Ah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So
So-
that, yeah,
If you,
athletics.
if you do athletics, you'd have
Athletics
advantage.
with
Yeah.
advantage.
I will do it.
Just bust out.
Oh, yeah. That's a 26.
Woo!
Yeah, you
So
break
he just
free.
sinks the claws into the tail and rips it off and just roars in its face
All right.
because he's pissed.
And I think that is your turn unless you
That
want
is
to do
my
anything with
turn.
movement. Yeah. Okay. Sterling.
Oh, well.
Can't decide if Cyrilus would be unfazed or because like oh, that's nothing new. I can do that. Kind of.
Kind of.
Okay. I am
It would
going
not
to
be a
make.
negative reaction.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Astral Arms, and then I'm also going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Grab all my dice. Well, one of those we're just not going to talk about.
Okay.
We were rolling real bad against this thing.
I know.
Okay, so the first one was a natural 18, so we're good there.
That'll hit.
And the other one is nothing. 7 plus 7, so it's 17.
That
This
just
is armor
hits.
class, right? Cool. So there's the 2. I use multiple dice. Yay, multiple dice. Nice. Okay, so 10, 6, 18, and kind of that is, we'll go necrotic this time.
Okay.
And that is it for now.
All right. Excellent, excellent. It is starting to look a little rough. Not like on its last legs or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a C permissions on that so you can sort of see where its health is. Westcott.
Okay. that all just happened.
Guild is like a half
Guild is
wolf
a werewolf.
man.
Cool. Gonna have to ask him about that later. I'm gonna. All right. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. All right, I'm gonna bonus action healing word on Guild.
Okay.
I don't know that I can get in touch range with him. That wow, really? That's 2 hit points back. 2. Count them.
Hey, 2 is better than 0.
1, 2. And then I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna attempt to cast inflict wounds through my duplicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good shit.
And I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I'm trusting. Actually, this one's gonna roll well, so come on, don't screw me over. Fancy purple D20. Okay, that's not gonna hit. Dang it! It's a 15.
Nope. AC 17. Sorry. Your duplicate reaches out and like
I'm so bad. Magic.
Almost touches the Bahir, and then it just sort of like twists away.
I'm just gonna start shooting it in a second.
Um,
just pulls out a gun.
Getting sorry, are you inventing guns? What?
And now it is Ezri's turn, I believe.
Yep. Well, seeing as how everyone surrounded this thing, I can't hit it with anything major, so instead she is going to Grim upcast chromatic orb, give me psychic, and she's going to fire a 3rd level psychic chromatic orb into its skull, hopefully.
All right.
Okay, that is... Oh, 18! Oh, jeez!
That hits!
That was fucking close. Is... Oh, man, I need more D8s. Where's all my D8s? 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, that's not a D8. Oh, that's not a D8. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Okay. 24 psychic damage.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is actually now looking reasonably rough.
His little circumcision is like,
after that. And that's your turn?
Yep, I'm staying all the way back here and holding onto that haste spell.
Fleur.
All right. Well, now that Fleur has caught her breath and
Is no longer grappled.
Yeah. I just had a thought because I'm like, Sterling is right here.
Indeed.
Sterling is indeed right there.
Scott is not.
This is me debating. I'm like,
Sneak attack.
part of me is like, she's learned that trying to climb on it didn't do too well last time. Its tail's pretty tricky. Sorry. I know I want to hit it. It's just like, where?
But where?
Because that tail is terrifying. Because that's what caught her last time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I was debating if I could use Sterling as like a springboard and like
go for it.
Attempt to
You can certainly try.
launch myself. I'm like, if she has a higher start, can she just try and like full on fly at it and
do it?
Pommel vault off of.
Yes, that.
I want to see
I'm
that.
like,
You're
can
hasted. Do it.
Yeah.
She's hasted. She's a cavalier. She knows how to do.
Yeah,
things
I mean,
with horses.
I would say you can certainly try. You can use
Okay.
your bonus action to attempt the feat. So you'd have your attack action and that extra attack if you wanted it.
Okay. Is this acrobatics to land this?
Yes, that is absolutely acrobatics. You're trying to like vault off of your centaur friend.
Not as good as I would have liked, but 19?
All right, so you struggle a little bit. It takes you a minute. But Sterling sort of figures out you're trying to do something. He's not quite sure what, but he's sort of.
I mean, I feel like she would have been like, "Give me a boost," and which I'm sure was what? Huh?
I feel like he doesn't quite understand what you actually want, but he's like, okay. And Kiev, correct me if I'm wrong. But
no, that sounds right.
You almost slip off his back, but then you do manage to sort of take a leap and land on the back of the Behir. And you're not sure how long you can stay on, but for now, you're there.
All right, so I still have.
You have your action, and the haste extra attack.
Okay. So she is going to attack. So it's the normal. So she still gets the 2 attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, just.
Yeah, it's the attack. It's the whole.
All right,
attack
one of those again. One of those definitely doesn't hit. The other one definitely does because that's like 24.
Okay.
And so that's 8 damage. Rolled a 1 on the d8, so 6 damage.
Okay.
Her attack there, she's gonna try and just rather than like slicing like she normally would, she's gonna just stab into it and attempt to anchor herself somewhat with at least one of her rapiers. Attempted with both. We'll say one of them just kind of totally missed.
Yeah, one of them just like slides off the hide.
Yep, and
the
she's
other
just like,
one does get a little bit of a bite. You're not quite sure how well it's gonna hold, but it's at least something.
Yeah. And I have a haste attack?
You have the haste attack, yeah.
All right. So she's going to try it one more time with the one that flipped it to try and stab the other one into it. Ooh, okay, that's better. 20 total? Yes, 20 total.
That'll hit.
Are you serious? Another 6. Both of them rolled ones on the damage. So they're kind of... This thing's got a thick hide.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
It's thicker than she anticipated.
And you're sort of having a hard time sort of keeping yourself up there, which I think is part of your struggle here. But that is your turn.
She's on it, gosh darn it.
And it is now the Behir's turn. And it is going to take, and you are on top of the Behir, I have to remember that.
Yeah.
It is going to use its lightning breath attack on in this direction, which actually only means Guild and Cyrillus because Westcott is out of range.
Cool. Is it a save or?
Yes, Guild and Cyrillus each roll me a dex save.
Cool.
That hybrid form doesn't do anything for that.
No.
That's a big 12.
Oh.
21.
Bye, guys.
Cyrillus is
Fine.
What are we rolling? I missed that.
It's
not you.
just Guild and Cyrillus.
Yeah.
It's lightning breathing.
Okay.
That's why I missed it. I was like, wait.
So Guild, you take 60 damage.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Hey, look how close that was to an instant kill, guys.
You take
I don't like how close that was to an
30
instant kill.
damage.
I am 39 under out of 47.
Oh.
If that had been
God.
8 more damage, he would have been dead.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Cyrillus takes half that, so 30.
That drops hybrid form.
Everything.
Fleur is on the back here, by the way.
Yeah, Fleur is up on the back, and this
and sees this, and it's just like,
is going to start to scramble up the wall.
Oh, this fun. Did not anticipate this.
You get an attack of opportunity, as does Cyrillus, as this thing scrambles up the wall.
My duplicate.
I like attacks of opportunity.
My duplicate doesn't get one, does it?
I don't think so, because you can cast spells. You don't
I
have
don't really have anything for a melee attack that is
fair enough.
useful enough to use. So
Sterling,
20.
That'll hit. Yeah, I mean Westcott, like if you had War Mage, I would let you do that, but
why would I take a useful feat?
7 necrotic.
7? Okay.
And I could take one that gives me expertise in medicine.
And
this
thing scrambles up. It's going to stay where it is for the moment on the map because otherwise it doesn't work. I don't have anywhere to put it. Well, I'll take it over here actually. It scrambles up the wall and gets about to the entrance to one of its holes. And it becomes Cyrillus's turn. So it is about 20 feet up the wall. Or like 20 feet from where it was, partially up and partially over. And it is your turn, Cyrillus. And it has Fleur on its back. Looking pretty rough. It's taken a fair bit of damage.
Kill it.
I don't have anything that's going to finish it off. But I will attempt to drop a fairy fire on it.
Okay. That is a dex save?
Yep.
Yeah, it hits. That's a total of 11.
Okay.
So it is now fairy
Anybody
fired.
else who takes attack rolls on it has advantage.
Yee!
That is your turn.
Fleur.
Yeah, I don't have
Oh.
a bonus action.
I was like, her swords are in there, but she's got hatchets too.
Yeah. Guild, roll me a death save.
Horrifying.
Well, I remembered she stuck the daggers in the
Well,
saddle,
that's a 4.
which means the hatchets
That
are
is a
now on her
fail.
belt.
That's a fail.
Mark 1 fail.
A second.
Sterling.
Coming up.
Help.
You probably
least-
can't reach it to punch it, but you could like toll the dead or anything else like that. that's
Yeah.
Oh,
against
it's taking
magic.
damage
It's not
now.
that far away.
We
D12s.
are going to. Oh my god! Click, you goddamn thing.
Get those 2 D12s.
I think. How close is he?
So
It's the matter about the same range. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull the dead.
okay. Wisdom save, right?
Yeah. Please don't roll that 20 again.
I did not. Yeah, that's an 8.
Oh, good.
Yee.
Excellent. Love it. Okay.
2 D12.
Gotta find my D12s. They are all the way over here. Oh, that's a 10. I organized them. Why am I confusing myself?
Love told the dead.
Toll the Dead's a good spell.
Okay.
True.
So it is 2 D12.
I think so at your level.
Okay. So 13.
All right. Okay. Anything else? Is that your turn?
I mean, so he went into a hole. Is that what you said?
No, it's right up by a hole. So it hasn't
Okay.
quite
Yeah,
gone
it's not
in
actually-
yet. But it's out of sort of melee range of
Climb the
anybody.
goddamn walls yet.
Except me.
Yeah, other than Fleur, who is
Yeah.
still on its back.
Hanging on for dear life with her sword.
Okay, I will stay here for now because I don't want to leave quite yet.
Okay. Westcott.
Full panic.
I get to see the cleric panic for that entire time between
Yeah.
your turn and your turn.
Just full on cleric panic. Yeah. I guess, okay, do we think... I don't know if I should... Are we gonna want another pass without a trace?
I don't think so.
Don't think so? Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards probably not. If we're hopefully either leaving or killing this thing.
I mean, even so, I have it.
That's
I
true,
got
you do.
basically all my spell slots still.
Gucci. Alright, yeah. No, I'm running up and I'm gonna throw up a little in my mouth. Second level cure wounds on Guild.
All right.
My D8s.
All the cleric panic.
Kidding me?
Did
They're
you,
not ones. They're not ones.
I mean,
you are supposed to be bad at being a cleric, so.
technically with the fairy fire, like everybody in that area would have to make the save.
Oh.
At least, definitely Fleur.
Yeah, Fleur actually should roll a dex save. What's the rate? What's the radius or area on Fleur?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Okay. So actually, I think because Sterling moved in after, I actually think as long as you centered it well, it would just be the Bahiran Fleur.
What's the DC? What am I?
Dex save.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Okay, you're fine.
So
Yeah.
Guild gets 7 hit points back.
Cool.
Well, you're up.
Oh, the first thing he says, "This is why I told you it was a bad idea."
I knew it was gonna say.
Anything else, Westcott?
Yes.
Just groaning.
Why not just like
Can your spiritual weapon get to it?
yeah, I'm gonna try and spiritual. I'm gonna move my
What's the
spiritual
movement?
weapon.
What's the movement
It's
on spiritual
20,
weapon?
20 feet.
Yeah, it should be able to get up just there.
Okay. I'm gonna. I have advantage though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Fax is doing a bork. If anyone hears him, I apologize.
Hold it.
I mean, Haku does
15.
noises a lot, so you're fine. Total of 15.
Total of 15. Yeah.
Does not hit.
11 and a 10.
Oh.
Esri.
Any of my other clerics that would have hit.
You have a bad cleric. Esri. This thing is up on the wall.
I can still see it from where I am.
On top of it. Yeah, you can see it.
All right. Grim once more. Configuration 6, and gonna try again with third level chromatic orb.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Come on, big bucks, no whammies. 17. They were both nines.
Just
both nines. Oh, jeez. 2, 3, 5. That is.
Date his.
15 psychic damage.
All right.
Shit roll.
No, that's not 14. That's right. Okay. Okay.
Kill it, Fleur.
Fleur. Roll me a quick dex save.
You have advantage on it.
They rolled the same thing. They're both 23. No,
Yeah,
20.
You
modifier, but yeah, 20.
It's a bit hard to stay on top of this thing while it's climbing a wall, but you have a lot of experience riding animals, mostly badgers, but it translates
Riding non-traditional animals,
reasonably well. And so you manage to.
Daisy's all the way back there. Okay.
Yeah. She did not want Daisy to be eaten by a Bahir.
Yeah. Daisy was actually probably further back. I just
yes.
You do manage to hold on, which means you can take your attacks and don't fall off of the Bahir.
Yes. And I will gladly forfeit my offhand attack because my offhand, I'm assuming, is holding
yes.
for dear life.
Right, but you can take both your attack action and
so yeah,
attack.
because she got both swords, then yeah, one of them she's just holding on. She's gonna unstick and try and stab the other one.
You get 3 attacks.
Yeah, so she can just
Yep. Roll me your attacks with advantage.
Yeah, all at advantage.
Ooh, well, natural 20 on the first one.
Roll me damage.
Fuck him up, Fleur.
Get him.
Remind me, are we doubling dice or just rolling twice as much dice?
Either.
I forget.
Whichever you prefer, as long as you're consistent.
I feel like I tend to normally just double the value.
Yeah.
Really? I rolled a 1. So that's 2 plus 5, so that's 7 on my nat 20. That is very depressing.
Okay. It's still up, but it is not by
second
much.
Attack. Ooh, it does not hit.
3 attacks, because one of them is to hold
on. 21 to hit for the last one.
Get it.
9 damage.
And that is enough.
Yeah!
Up there just
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And then realizes it starts to fall, and she's like,
Dex save as this Bahir starts to fall off of the wall.
That's when you just bolt off it.
Sterling, you should also roll me a Dex save to make sure it doesn't fall on you.
Woo! 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Almost nat 20. I rolled 19.
Fleur, you sort of like you feel this thing start to fall, and you sort of duplicate your feet jumping over Sterling, except jumping off of a Bahir on a wall, and it's way more elegant. Like everyone who's watching this is like, wow, that's
what Born to the Saddle is for.
As you just sort of do a backflip off of this Bahir and land on your feet as the Bahir.
And I landed just kind of
very Legolas.
And yes,
Sterling,
refluff my frills.
20, very 20.
Yeah, you manage to sort of like slip out of the way as it falls, and the Bahir's body hits the ground next to you.
Side spook.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's like a horse spooking in a plastic bag. It's pretty great.
Very,
I'm
very
gonna
pretty.
take out my beer flask and start drinking.
I'm gonna take it from West. I'm gonna take it from Gil and start drinking.
I will let you take it.
I'm like, no, this is mine.
I will let you take it.
But you have successfully killed the Bahir.
Whatever we're getting paid, it's not enough.
I completely agree.
Well, that was an adventure. Daisy, are you alright?
Daisy sort of glumps over to Fleur.
Oh, thank
That
goodness.
was a very dangerous creature.
Yes,
That's very
but
true.
now it is a very dead
Almost like I
creature.
tried to tell you that.
And now it won't hurt anyone else.
That's true.
I feel like that's really easy for the one who didn't get all this to say.
How
Well,
bad is Fleur at the moment? Is she
I
Fleur
don't know what
actually,
I'm supposed
she's
to use
second
her.
winded. She's at 26 out of 37.
okay.
So yeah,
So I
she's-
think it's just mostly me and Guild that are.
Yeah,
yeah,
you and Gil.
yeah,
are
you
pretty
guys.
tough.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't
probably
see
gonna-
anyone's HP bars, but
to be fair, I'm not
well,
used
I
to
know Gil and I-
anyone if I'm up in the
just
fray.
gonna, while I've got Guild here, just use my last. I mean, unless Cyrillus is particularly low. I don't know.
Guild
what-
is
I mean,
lower than
I'm at-
Cyrillus, I say.
I'm at a
Yeah.
third, basically.
Oh, wait, I gave you the wrong bars. Hold on.
Guild's at
Any-
7.
I'm at 7.
But you can heal yourself.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
good.
my last cure wounds. Use my last first level slot or another cure wounds for. Hey, there we go. 9 hit points.
Thanks. I'm
Like,
gonna regret
pat
saying
on
this,
the
but
head.
I owe you.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Gill,
Yes,
I didn't
thank you,
know you could
Leslie.
transform into a beast too.
Yeah, what was
That was
I
quite
didn't
interesting.
catch much of that, but
I'm
there
gonna
was something
just reach over to
going on
Westcott and
there.
take the flask and start drinking again.
Well,
Sounds about right.
Can we? No, never mind. This is a better place to deal with that. Yeah. You know how I mentioned I picked up some new tricks?
No.
Yeah.
you
I
meant,
don't
like,
think you
new
did.
Fighting styles.
I'm gonna
or
take
a
off
little
the.
magic, not.
As we
I'm
start
gonna
taking a
take-
book and starts ready to write.
I'm gonna take off the coat and pull up a part of the shirt to show like a scar that looks a bit like a mark, like a bite mark type scar. So yeah, that happened.
You're
Werewolves and
lycanthrope.
sort of. Not.
I have no
Not-
idea how familiar with lycanthropy Cyrillus would be.
Yeah,
I feel like Fleur would know that term, right?
would know the term probably. Like,
She's probably never met one, but like,
probably
I'm
know
not-
he's lucky
like,
to be
where
alive with a
does-
bite wound like
Where
that.
does lycanthropy kind of originate from?
I'm wondering too.
I really thought through where lycanthropy originates from.
Let's
Well, I'm just
see.
saying if my favorite enemy would
natural,
give me
yeah.
any kind
Greek-
of information about
Greek, Latin.
From the
Oh my
Latin.
God, come
What's your favorite enemy again?
Fae.
So I was wondering too if it was Fae related because
I mean, there are werewolves in the Feywild.
Yeah, I mean there are werewolves in the Feywild. Whether or not
Werewolves.
guilds
Yeah.
is related to that, I don't know. But you would certainly be aware, as those of you who have experience with the Feywild.
I mean Sterling is literally Fae.
Yeah. I mean, roll me
Look.
either a wisdom or intelligence check. I'll give you whichever one you prefer.
Definitely not going to be an
anybody-
intelligence check.
I mean, I'm assuming it'd be like nature or something.
Yeah, nature is fine. If you're proficient in nature, roll me a nature check. If you're not, straight wisdom.
11.
I also rolled an 11, but it's 14 total.
Okay. Both of you are aware that werewolves are a thing, but you don't know a whole lot about them. You don't have a lot of experience with them.
Pretty sure
Oh.
all Westbound knows is.
Oh,
So
okay, I know
before
what
any
that
of you
is.
get any
Alive,
ideas
so-
about it, it's not what you might think it is. I mean, I'm not just gonna suddenly turn into a monster and start killing people.
like,
Don't
wouldn't a
worry.
monster say that too?
I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
we didn't expect
That sounds like something a
that.
monster would say.
I got bit on a job and someone taught me a lot about how to control it.
Sounds questionable.
Writing it down. How does one learn how to control that?
Blood magic?
Immediately full on
Throwing that out
interested.
there.
Tell me more.
Ezri, I am a little tired for that kind of a conversation.
All right, later then.
Dial it back.
That
Like
sounds like
2
avoidance.
steps.
Right now we can tell everyone that it's taken care of.
Look, I don't expect any of you are the type to do this, but can we maybe keep it quiet? People get
Oh, on my
uncomfortable.
look field.
Oh. All right.
If I am good at anything, it's keeping things secret.
And apparently keeping people alive. Thank you.
Apparently.
Glescott's very surprised.
Well,
So just looking at the
magically, anyways.
beak here, is there any kind of like, I don't know, like scales or teeth or
Yeah, I'm
something
kinda
that I
curious.
can harvest off it
Um,
to at least, say, hey, we killed it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
should take some proof
roll.
back.
Yeah, roll me a nature or medicine, I guess, to try and like get.
If it's medicine,
Yeah. Put
Yeah.
I mean, if
that
you're working together,
feat to
someone
good
can.
use.
Survival.
All right. Yeah. Let me.
I mean,
Didn't you just
Westcott,
say
if
you had expertise in
I
medicine?
do actually have expertise in medicine. Hilariously enough.
Put that useless feat to use.
Just rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
Distracted by the werewolf thing.
Yeah,
Also,
guys are a
here
l-
is not what he studied.
you guys are a little distracted.
Like, I studied medicine on people.
y-
Not.
I mean, it has teeth. It has hide.
Prize one out.
Yeah, I mean, like you could probably hack a chunk or hack a tooth. Pull a
It
tooth
doesn't
out.
have to be pretty.
It's not going to be pretty though.
Does it have claws? Can I like
How big's its
slice
head?
off its toe?
Its head is quite large.
Okay.
I have hand axes. Can I hack one of its toes to get a claw?
We do have a cart if we do want to chop the head off.
Yeah. Also,
No, we're
floating
not
disc.
gonna be the Mighty Nine and cart around a manticore head for 3 weeks.
Oh my
Floating
goodness, how
disc.
did I put your head on a cart?
But yes, with a little bit of effort, Fleur, you can certainly hack a toe off, a clawed toe off.
Okay, I will do that. It might take her a while because strength is not her forte.
Yeah,
but
with a little bit of effort, you get there.
But she's got axes which are at least more built for that kind of thing.
Seeing what Fleur's trying to do all helps.
Yeah, she's got 2 of them, so she will gladly hand gild a hand axe.
I'll take an axe and just start hacking.
I'm
to
just
help.
gonna.
It probably has a like pink handle on it. Just let's be honest.
Fleur's axe is very, very girly. It's true.
It's very sharp too, but it's definitely.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where, like, you know how they make like those stupid tools for women.
Yes.
And it just
Yeah.
pisses you off
Toolbox.
because, like, why did you make a crescent wrench for women? Women can use the same crescent wrench, guys.
It's pink.
It's pink.
But Fleur's is like, okay, it's sort of that, but also like, if anything, more effective, sharper, better made, and it's just like, okay, this looks like an insult, but it's actually kind of great.
Hand it back. Nice axe.
Thanks. I had them made pink so that none of the boys in the regiment would steal them.
Nice axe.
I just realized what it sounds like. I'm so embarrassed. It's the new pickup line. Nice axe.
Fleur realizes she's getting hit on. She thinks they're just talking
Not
about
hitting
her.
on anyone.
Oh yeah.
No, not by
I
Guild.
was just complimenting the weapon.
No, not by Guild. You are actually doing
Yeah.
what Fleur thinks other people are doing when they say. Fleur has been hit on many a time and has just been like, oh, I know, it's a great axe, isn't it?
That tracks.
But yeah, you get a toe. And if you wish, you can head back out of this mine.
Please.
Please.
All right. How is everyone feeling? Because it's 11:30, so it's getting fairly late.
I'm just a bit drained just because minimum sleep from this morning. Whew.
Bess, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. We can
I
do a
wanna
little
go,
more
like,
RP maybe, and then
Too long, but yeah.
I will need something to drink, but
Yeah.
I do want to get some more coffee.
All right, well then why don't we take a short break?
Okay.
A bio break, whatever break.
Okay.
Do also want to keep them out. It's daylight savings.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Wait, is it? Oh shit.
And then,
in the morning.
And then if when we're back from break, folks feel like doing some post killing Bahir RP, we can do that. How's that sound?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Break time, chat. Back in a bit.
No, I
if
just
that would work. Which doesn't.
suddenly
so-
remembered because I've been playing. This is at least worth. If something's going on in this city involving, I'd like to know about it.
Of course, I shall follow their lead.
Yeah.
But for now, I know thou wishes to have thy spell time.
Spell time?
She's just like, she doesn't really know.
That's a phrase.
She's like, that's.
Is that what they're calling it now?
He wants to go alone into the bedroom.
Not how modern slang works.
Put out some incense. What do you think?
It's gonna take me like 10 minutes.
Nah, I'll just void that. I'll cast locate object on gold coins.
You get several thousand dings on your locate object. Without too much trouble with that, you are able to find the horde of Zuthus, the corroded soul.
Woo!
We found them. Yay.
Fike, I shall not say this very often, but get the hole ready.
yeah, it's not gonna fit in the bag, brah. It's not fitting
You just
in the
got
bag.
experience points.
Yes!
Let's go. Let's go.
I hope you've got quite a few other a small army of capable fighters with you.
Smash cut to small army fighting people in the ring in that bar.
Ding, 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 ding.
Smash cut to Vanya and Orion fighting what looks to be about a dozen other dwarves in caged ring.
Please tell me Vanya is wielding Orani like a club and is just and is swinging down, stopping right before that Orani punches. Hey, the punching club, my only weakness.
Just leave one leg open so I can kick him too.
Smash cut back to the office. Smash cut back to the office of Nostock.
You could say we have something along those lines.
Specifically, that one's called, fuck.
It's a weird name for an island. Fuck.
Fuck it. I said
really
it.
don't want to go there.
Now. It's Fuck Island.
It's either the best or the worst island in the archipelago.
So named.
It's definitely not a mediocre experience, though.
So named because everybody who goes there says, "Fuck, this is a terrible place."
That's actually their slogan. Fuck, this is a terrible place.
Yeah, it's what their tourism bureau tells people. Yeah. So as you're going by Fuck Island, you hear some crows saying, "Yeah, the people on Fuck Island are fighting each other again."
I don't suppose the crows recognize any cult symbols?
Nah, no cults there. Just 3 different groups of people with very strong ideas about what to do.
Just a bunch of fuckers, really.
Yeah, basically.
So these fuckers want to raise taxes.
Only some of the horrible things going on are cult things. The rest are just regular terrible people.
Just double checking.
That's fair.
Because I kind of want to know who our neighbors are, but that'll be on that goes on to the to-do list.
All right. Yeah. I will. Let me come up with some quick faction names for you while we're sailing.
The factions that we can get to fight each other harder.
Sure. They're already in a turf war. You can't start one amongst them.
Okay, so our goal is to stop the turf war. Got it.
We need to unite the fuckers against a common foe.
A common fuckery.
Friends, Romans, fuckers.
Under the banner of common fuckery.
Oh, I'm so glad we named it Fuck Island. Oh,
I thought I didn't have enough caffeine for this, but apparently I
do. I'm just gonna go ahead and start another Google Doc real quick for Fuck Island. Because I think we're gonna see more of it in the future. Alrighty. So yeah, you pass by Fuck Island. The fuckers are fighting the fuckers are fighting the shitters again.
Fuck you all. I might be crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a second. Okay.
Fucking same.
If we conquer it and then eventually trade it away in a business deal, we could give somebody a fuck. Or if we refuse to do it, we would not give a fuck.
Fuck you!
Look at all the I have to give. Yeah. Okay.
If the shitters are involved, I don't want to take any shit.
I think I'm just dead, guys. I'm sorry.
Their main factions are now canonically the fuckers, the shitters, and the dammers. The fuckers really want to fuck shit up. The shitters the shitters are big on the idea of public infrastructure. specifically for sewage. And the dammers are really, really big on building dams for some reason.
They're a big fan of beavers.
Yeah, big fan of beavers. They're beaver people. Yes.
So it's ultimately a conflict about public infrastructure planning.
It's ultimately a conflict about public infrastructure of two people who have very strong ideas on two groups of people who have very strong ideas about what the main form of public infrastructure should be and what their focus should be, versus one other group of people who just really, really want to fuck shit up.
I just thought like the fuckers were just like really into just making it a very island brothel.
Fuck.
This is starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss book.
Almost.
It's really all just really about the type of whorehouse they want.
Well, we'll work on it. I'll write something for Fuck Island. Do not fear.
You're
the
welcome.
main takeaway for now: beaver people are now canon for ULEA. They will all speak in Newfie accents. All of them.
And the time is changing. So if we want to do some RP, we should probably get back into it.
Okay.
So you guys make your way back out of the mine, carrying a Bahir toe.
I feel like there's a few various Bahir chunks between the party.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's it's pretty easy to get back out. Like this does seem to be true that Bahir are pretty solitary creatures, and maybe other things will show up now that it's dead, but you done your job. That's for sure.
Yep.
So you make it back out to the sunlight. It's getting more late afternoon at this point. But you think you should be able to make it back to Nogvarat before sundown pretty easily.
Start heading that way.
We should go to that minor bar, get paid.
Yeah.
I want to get paid.
Well, I'm sure that they will be relieved to hear that the Bahir problem has been dealt with. So yes.
All right, so you make your way back. It's a fairly easy walk. Again, it's a well-traveled road. I mean, it's not like it's not as nice as the Glory Run, but it's been beaten down by feet and carts and wagons and all of that. So it's an easy journey, and the weather is actually fairly nice. You make it back to Nogvarat and head towards the Staff and Barrel, where Esri found the miners and you guys spoke to the miners. You head in and it's a bit busier than it was in the morning.
Just Bahir pieces getting thrown across the table.
It's a bit busier than it was in the morning, but you do spot some familiar faces, including the miner that you spoke to, Luca Brandler. You walk in, and do you indeed throw Bahir chunks on a table?
I mean, Fleur will set it down nicely.
Politely.
Fleur walks up to the table and gently sets down a toe from a Bahir.
The Bahir has been dealt with.
The miners blink.
Yeah, it was shit.
Can I believe you? I don't need. It's.
Figured better safe than sorry.
Dinner.
You're welcome.
How bad?
Sorry. Fleur will immediately pick it back up and.
All right. So, well, you did your job. And
Those mines are clean.
Good to know. Thank you. I did manage.
Aside from the dead be here.
Yes, that.
Fair enough, as long as it's dead.
It might take cleaning
As
out.
long as it doesn't kill more people, I don't really care that
Nope,
much.
it's not going to do that.
Super dead.
Good. So, we gave you some in advance, and I said that I would ask around for more. I'll take you off of the Behir map because you don't need to be there. And I did ask around. We were able to raise, well, from the miners, another 300 gold. And then a few of us went and put in some words with the overseer. He'd been a bit unwilling to listen, shall we say, but we told him that there was some folks who were going to go see if they could take care of the problem, and that they might be expecting a little more payment than,
Yes,
we
nearly
could get
died.
together.
One of us kind of did.
Should have
almost.
Guild. We should have left Guild back at the inn. Then we could have gotten even more. We lost so much.
So Miner looks at Westcott as he says that.
He's not actually. Internal.
For that. I
I'm-
would have been all for that.
I'm sorry that one of you almost died.
I feel like Fleur says that, and Guild and Westcott probably have a moment of looking at each other and being like, "Darn!"
But
regret.
Look, he takes 2 bags of gold out. Here's the 300 from the miners. We would have given you more if we could, but that's about all we had. The overseer, after a whole group of us put our foot down and said if he wasn't gonna do anything to help protect us out there, managed to get him to throw in an extra 500.
Oh,
so
thank you.
He pushes that bag over. So that's an extra 800 over what we already gave you. Thank you. Mine's not the best job, but I honestly kind of like it, and not enough to be eaten by whatever the fuck that thing was.
No job.
Nobody wants to be eaten by that thing. Trust me.
Completely understandable, yes.
So, done us a good service. Thank you.
Welcome.
Y'all want some dinner?
Sure.
Yes, please.
As I wait for my heart rate to return to normal.
The couple of the miners get up and grab an empty table and pull it up, and they gesture over to the servers to bring more food. It seems like this is a bit of a, given how many miners were there this morning and how many miners were there this evening, you get the sense this is probably a bit of a hangout for folks that work in the mine. And when Luca introduces you to the server as the group that cleared out whatever was killing folks up there, she smiles at you and says, "Good, it's on the house." And anything specific you want?
Alcohol, please.
Definitely that. Food.
Oh shit.
Too, yeah. Yeah, you should eat. He's like looking directly at Gil.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not against food. I just want
Fair
something
enough.
strong with the
Round of
food,
drinks.
please.
Round of drinks. Round of food. Good hearty dinners, and
Could we have something for my badger too?
Did Daisy come in? Please tell me Daisy came in.
I mean, I feel like Daisy's sticking his head through like a window or something, or just like you see this like badger
Fleur,
nose
like
from outside.
gestures over to the nose in the window, and she looks out. I don't know what badgers eat, but
Oh, he eats anything really. I mean, think of it like a dog, kind of. He table scraps even. Just he's really not picky.
All right. Yeah, we can send something out for him.
Thank you.
She heads off to go get food, and a little while later you see another younger like sort of probably late teens boy head outside with a bowl of something for the badger. You're not quite sure what. But Luca turns to all of you and says, "So where are you folks from? Haven't seen y'all around here anywhere before."
From
a little bit all over.
everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit everywhere, really.
Fair enough. You're an interesting group. I can. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, Haku. Like his back legs slid off the couch, and in attempting to like stay on the couch, he was pushing my a lift top copy table.
Oh,
the lift top part. Okay, so fair enough. You're an interesting bunch, but can't say we see a lot of well. You're a centaur, right? And he looks at Sterling.
I think so. No, I'm not sure.
What? Why aren't you sure?
Because you asked me.
I mean, I haven't met a centaur before, so just making sure I'm not off base there.
Correct on the terminology.
Yes.
Sterling
okay.
just looks at himself.
Yes, Sterling. You're
I
a
don't know.
centaur.
Maybe there are other horse people out there. I've never met them.
I've heard of it.
Neither have I.
Well, there you go then. Maybe someday you'll meet some sort of horse person that's not a centaur. But well, enjoy your dinners. If you want to.
Gilda's already shoving food in his face.
Sterling's just standing there, sort of just like very clearly now his mind is elsewhere, trying to imagine other horse people
that aren't centaurs.
He's picturing the top half is the horse and the bottom half.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like horse minotaur.
Horse mask.
Horse minotaur.
Oh jeez. Like a human with just like no hands, just horse hooves.
All sorts of options.
That is what is going through Sterling's mind right now.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yep.
Just like totally blank face, just like.
But I know I assume y'all are passing through. You don't seem like the sorts to stay around here.
Yes.
I mean, mostly because you don't strike me as miners or as soldiers, particularly.
What
So,
would give you that idea?
Well, yeah.
I
whatever
mean,
gave you that impression.
I mean that one, and he points at Fleur.
Well, yeah.
Seriously,
like
she's the one.
I could see as a soldier. I mean, she's very small, but
I trained with them.
Well, fair enough. You give that. Well, he looks at your uniform.
But I'm not employed by them exactly.
He looks at your outfit and says, "You were with the Crown's Guard, right? Or trained with them?" You said.
Yes.
Also thinking
I'm
that
not officially a
Guild has
member.
a pretty thick Marquesian accent that I just forget about.
Imagine it.
But
Sounds like.
I mean, as far as I know, never met anyone who trained with the Crown's Guard who's really interested in joining the brand. Not around here anyway. They're sort of not the best of friends. And the rest of you, I mean, if any of you were going to die, I was expecting it to be you. And he points at Esri.
I get that a lot.
But you seem fine, so that's good. But yeah, none of you just don't really strike me as the righteous brand type. So
Not exactly, no.
Tried it.
where are you headed? Rexentrum, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, eventually.
Seem a little reluctant there, buddy.
He's had prior business there.
Family. It's fine.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not much for that big city life myself, so wouldn't be my
cities
first choice.
I love, just not that particular one. But that's fine.
We
Well,
won't be staying long.
If you find yourself back around here, feel free to stop in. You'll always be welcome here. At least here, and he gestures at the tavern. Can't speak for, the brand or the Crown's Guard. They have their own mind about things.
Yeah.
And they're often not aligned on that mind, so it kind of, but
it is unfortunate.
It's part of why, asking the official channels to do anything is a bit tricky.
Well, I'm glad that we could help.
Yeah, I'm glad too. As I said, you're always welcome here, and if you need anything, I mean, I don't know how much I can do, but you can always ask.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
Well, you either saved our hides or our livelihoods, so,
Or both.
Both. Yeah. Probably both.
I mean, I think most of us decided we just weren't going to go back if that thing was still there.
Probably smart. It was pretty big.
Yeah.
So
it shot lightning.
Yeah, that too.
I don't
it
want to be
shot
reminded of that.
lightning.
Yeah, that
It
was...
hurts.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. Well, glad it's gone then. And he turns back to his meal and his drink unless any of you try to make additional conversation.
I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah. Eat, yeah.
Eating right down everything else that happened just to have the knowledge on it.
Eat, process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there are horses that are also part other things?
I have no idea.
Possibly.
Sure.
Anything is possible.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, that's basically Pegasus and unicorns,
Pegasus
right?
is like hippogriffs, right?
Hippogriffs.
That's a thing. They're like part
I don't know.
bird, part horse.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen any of this.
Neither have I.
Maybe you will someday.
Yeah.
As Sterling just,
just
ponders
off into the middle of the
various
fence again.
versions of horses that could exist in the world. And my dog whines a lot.
While we're eating, Westcott's just gonna lean over to Guild and be like, I know this is probably completely useless to ask, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Try not to do that again.
That was not supposed to happen.
No.
none of that was supposed to happen. I'm honestly not sure if you're talking about the lightning in my face or the other thing.
The dying, the almost dying, and the wolf thing, which was kind of cool, but also,
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I should have expected that, but you know.
You were the one that was all like, "Oh, we shouldn't fight a Bahir. They're so dangerous."
Look, I can only hit things. I don't have a lot of other skills. It's what I'm good at.
You can turn invisible.
That
I can do that, yes, but that's not very
cool.
helpful. And I can't do a lot of that.
Well, it's more than I can do. I can't turn invisible.
You can't turn invisible, but
I can just hit things.
you can do some pretty.
That's really all I can do.
You hit things really hard.
Yes, I do. But still,
Invisible
that's really
or not,
about
you
all
can
I
do some
do.
pretty impressive shit.
And I can land gracefully.
You can.
That was quite impressive.
Honestly, I had no idea if that was going to work out or not. I was not expecting it to climb the wall. That was
Oh, it climbed the wall?
Oh yeah, you were out for that.
So yeah, I helped on its back, and then it climbed up the wall. So I was trying to stab it with one hand while holding on with the other. It was not an experience I would care to repeat.
I kind of regret missing that.
At least you got to see Cyrillus wreck it as a leopard.
Yeah, that happened.
I
That is
didn't do much as a leopard.
That's true.
You you managed to
After
find
you were
it.
a leopard, though. Yeah, that was.
You tracked it, right?
Yes, that I did.
That was very very important in finding something, is to be able to track it.
I'm very good at that.
So you did a
We
lot.
make a pretty good team when we're not all dying.
This is the strangest group that I've been in, which is saying something. It's not so bad.
Yes, it'll certainly be interesting trying to explain this whole group to my parents.
Do we have to?
This means
I'm
plenty
not
of
sure.
new
I
things to
haven't
learn.
figured that out. Well, Scott, I'm assuming that I'll just tell them that you've been in my employment since, I mean, part of the whole agreement. They still, you're still on their good side as far as they know.
Really?
I mean, yes, that's. Ricklin told me, but didn't
He didn't tell.
tell them. Yes, and I mean, I was going to, and then things happened, and well, it seemed advantageous to just hold it above your head. So.
I need another drink. You just had to add that. Okay.
You know, Fleur, he's usually the one doing that to other people, so this is pretty.
Exactly.
Would you two stop enjoying this so much?
Nah.
Holding what above his head?
Don't listen to them, Cyrillus. You don't. This is
his
bad
terrible
people.
choices.
Yes, that just.
A little healthy blackmail is good once in a while.
Yeah.
Don't. They're like pointing at Ezra. She's gonna write that down. Don't say that. There are innocent ears in this group.
Not for long.
Nope.
We don't need to be teaching Sterling, Cyrillus, and Ezra about blackmail.
Please.
I'm
like-
gonna be honest, I'm fucking exhausted.
I mean, you did practically die there for a minute, so.
Yeah.
You didn't actually
You
die,
almost
did you?
die.
Mind a heartbeat.
No. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know.
You aren't
If
fully
he
dead.
died, he would not be talking.
That's what I thought.
Well, yes, he almost died.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
It just
Noted.
hurt a lot.
He was only mostly dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Yes, kitty.
Look, I am gonna head back to the slightly less shitty inn. I'm tired.
Yes.
Probably a good, good idea.
Not that I am against free food, but
You did eat something, right?
yeah.
All right.
It's been a long day.
Is that the other
It
end?
has.
Probably. I've not seen the rooms here.
Yeah, I mean, this
Some of them
place.
have rooms.
This place seems, as you look around, this place seems like it's probably more of a tavern than an inn. Might have a couple rooms, but it's not really a traveler stop. It seems like it's more of a locals bar type tavern situation. Food is good. The booze was fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out, and I don't know if anyone else was coming yet.
I mean, I feel like were we all wrapping up? It sounded like. And
Yeah, I mean, it sounds
yeah,
like
I
sort of
feel like we were all. We all ate, and then we were all like,
Yeah. Food coma.
He is super tapped.
Food coma.
This seems like a good stopping point too. You've sort of finished the day. You've debriefed a little bit. You got paid.
Okay.
And the time is changing, so we're all gonna lose an hour. So might as well call it a night.
I have to get up for my game in the morning too. So.
yeah.
I mean, at least it's
early
3 hours
game.
earlier for you. So.
Yeah, but I also have to get up at like.
Yeah.
Or to feed the horses, I have to get up at like 6:30.
That's
early.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, good night, guys.
Night.
That was a good game.
I love this group so much.
Good characters. I feel like we had. This is the first time I feel like this party has started to feel like a party now. Like.
I'm just thinking about the fact that if
myself
Ezri got hit by that lightning
Oh.
breath,
Oh yeah, she would have died.
dead in one shot.
Yeah, she would have died.
One shot dead.
Yeah, I know. That's
And
that's
then
how I
we'd be
made
going
this
around
character.
trying to find a higher level cleric to fix that.
No, that's how I
something.
made
What
this
was
character.
that?
It's fine.
If Ezri had been hit by the
Ezri
lightning
has
breath,
less than 30 max HP.
Yes.
If she got hit by that thing and failed to save, she'd be dead in one shot.
Yep.
Well, so when I took that hit, I actually had to do the -60 on the roll 20 just to be sure, because I was pretty low, and that put me at -38 out of -47. That's how close it was for guild.
Yeah.
and it could have been a higher roll if I'd rolled higher for that damage. That was not like max damage.
Yeah, that could have been an instant kill.
The
I mean, that's
Bahir
cool.
lightning breath
Is no.
does
What challenge rating is a bit here?
Yeah.
11, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, for a party this size.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big party, but we are
That's why
level
it
6.
was hitting freaking hard.
Yeah.
Rox Machina fought one when they were like level 9 or 10.
Yeah, but
yeah.
So I did actually like run the numbers. It's considered a hard for you guys. It would have been more medium if you'd had Terwin as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little tricky because
Yeah.
you know.
But I mean, like I said, it worked out. Like it definitely felt like a challenge, but it was like a good challenge. Like
yeah. But yeah,
it was a good fight.
So
that was a lot of fun.
the lightning breath does 12d10.
Holy crap!
Woo!
Yeah.
So that was a pretty
hi.
low roll, actually.
Yeah, the average is 66.
was a low roll.
Yeah,
and you did
damn.
60,
Low
so
roll.
a little
60 was a
below
low
the
roll.
average.
Wow.
And it basically lined it up so it hit Cyrillus and Guild.
So, also, if that had rolled around to my turn again, if that had lightning breath hadn't happened, I would have been rolling bloodlust saves.
Oh god.
Yeah, she'd messaged me about that actually.
Yep.
Yeah. If you
Or
drop below
yeah,
a certain hit point level.
if you're under half, you have to start rolling bloodlust saves, and it's a wisdom save. DC is only 8, but my wisdom save is +0.
Start swinging.
Yep.
At whatever's closest to you.
Yeah, you just start attacking whoever's
You would,
closest.
yeah, you would have either been swinging at Cyrillus or the Behir,
I
depending
would have
on
had
what you
to
rolled.
roll. I would have had to roll for that. Yeah. Yeah. Order of the Lycan is really fun.
Yeah, there's a reason I want to play it.
It does seem like it would be fun.
I
completely
like in sometime.
The whole hybrid form thing was just like I hadn't actually decided on what it looked like, so that just came out in the moment. Like, yeah, I guess this is what I'm going with.
There you go.
Because I hadn't been able to decide on anything. I like the idea of his hair getting really
Okay,
long,
chat.
though.
I'm gonna send you. Who can I
Yeah.
send
Also,
it to?
you're both you're pretty lucky that you guys got out of its grasp.
I'm gonna send you
as quickly as you did, because on its next turn it would have
only Link
attempted
Fad,
to
who
swallow
is currently
you.
at the
Oh,
Purple
good.
Lotus.
Yeah, so hybrid form was worth it
Just
if just to
started recently.
get advantage on getting out of that.
Yeah.
That's what we're done for tonight. I'll see you all next time.
So.
That
I wonder
was
if I'm
the
gonna
first
stream
combat I
tomorrow.
could
I'll
have
see
used
how
it,
I'm
and I'm kind of
feeling.
like, well, there's
Because
certain
I'm very tired today. I got like 4 hours of sleep.
things that would make that happen. Certain things that would trigger that. Taking that much damage at once
Send some love.
and getting grappled. Yeah.
And
that
until
would
next
do it.
time, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
This entire time I've been sitting here like
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it